Hello? Hello, how is everyone? God, so many people in the chat already. Bogbag, congrats on first. How are you? Bumfluff, hi. Traz, Bagel Crusts, Z-Man. God, you guys are talking a lot. Danny-kun. I don't think I've missed anyone. How's everyone doing? I had to scroll all the way through the messages to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, so we're gonna play 428 Shibuya Scramble. I know nothing about it. All I have seen is the title screen. Get some wets. Thank you. How you doing, Kaio? I have a drink. Got a waffle iron for $6. We did. Yeah, that is a really interesting question about if they'd still be addicted to smoking. I think, yeah, like they might be more susceptible to being influenced by, I guess, wanting to try it or the feeling of it, I guess. Because I know there's similar things to, like, you know, like opening cigarette packets and or holding cigarettes and stuff like that. That people who have previously quit smoking are like, they're like a trigger for them wanting another cigarette and stuff like that, like even many years later. So yeah, like there's probably some kind of subconscious thing in it. It's very interesting though. Hey Dino, how are you? But yeah, I don't know. It depends. Yeah, if they don't remember anything, I'm not sure. Not sure. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I know nothing about this game. But we're gonna give it a go. I hear it's good. It got like a perfect score in Famitsu, so that's very exciting. Okay, where's my sound? Hello? Nope. No, I don't want to quit. Oh. Oh, it's not a... It's not your mouse. What? Maybe it's in the settings. It's not a mouse game. Controller, PS4, Xbox. What? Hello? Okay, let me plug in my controller. Give me a second. This is how much I know nothing about this game. I didn't even know it has a controller input. Yeah, controller. Hang on. Okay. Okay, PS4 back. Yes, okay, it's working. We all good. Just have to move some things out of the way because the cable is short and it will get caught on it. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm completely blind to this. Like, I watched a trailer and it looks very weird. Very intriguing. But yeah, I'm interested. Trailer looked cooked? Yeah, definitely. You can go super in depth about it, but you'd rather just watch Taxi? You're allowed to talk about it if you'd like, but I don't mind. It doesn't even have PS5 as an input, it needs to be updated. I guess it's just the interface being Xbox or PS4 controller inputs. Hey Retro Carnage, how you doing? Did I say blind? I did. I'm sorry. Don't report me to Twitch. Need a break from your psych work anyway. That's fair. I hope you're doing well, Boogie. Alright. Yeah, let's just get into it. There wasn't really much in the settings, was there? Resolution. Huh? There you go. Restart of the game. Looks the same on my end. Oh well. That's fine. It's full screen anyway. I didn't notice it looking weird, but that's fine. Okay, let's start. Do you want the guide to gameplay be displayed? We recommend that first-time players select yes. Sure. Let's go. Let's go. I'm excited. Story of a work of fiction. Yeah, okay. I think a scary title. It's a lie, it's a true story. Everything is happening is real. Oh no! Whoa. So this was originally, I think, on the Wii. Let me know if the sound's too loud. Sound could go down tunnel actually. Okay. How's that? Might be a hype opener, that's true. I can always adjust it. Good now? Okay. Cool. It is a hype sounding opening. You're already invested. So, from the looks of the trailer, it looks like there's like different routes or something in it that you need to like do things in specific orders to complete it or something. I don't know how to explain it. I think the game will explain it, but it's like you have to save people or something. I don't know. You're tired, 4 AM, and you're waiting for someone? Oh, I hope you get some sleep soon. No idea what this game is, but it's making you want to go back to Japan. Oh, it's a blimp. Whenever I see a blimp... Oh, never mind. Interrupt this program for breaking news regarding the Shinjuku hostage situation. A middle-aged man in a ski mask took several employees hostage at an office at Shinjuku before barricading himself inside. Now that... Oh. You guys need me to read it out? Yeah, it goes a bit fast. Yeah, it is a little hard to do it at the same time as trying to pay attention to what's been said. God, I hope I don't get DMCA'd. Oh, hey Lapsod, how are you? Walking Dudley and you can't read? I'm sorry! Oh no, I'm sorry. There is a hostage and there was a dude in a car and like locked in a car with the mask on, and there was a girl knocking on the door, on the window. Something like that. I can try and explain it shortly, like in short for you, Lapsod. Oh, okay. As you play through the game, the various mechanics will be explained. In 248, you follow the stories of multiple protagonists at once. Your decisions impact their experiences as you read the story. What does the day hold in store? Their fate is in your hands. Hopefully you can see them all through to the end. To start, you have two characters, Shinya Kano and Achi Endo. Let's begin by checking out Kano's story. Okay. It's 420! Happy 420, everyone. Just 2 more minutes to go. Shinya Kano noted the time again on his watch, scowling at the slow creep of the second hand. The time was 9:58 a.m. Burrows of consternation? Consternation? I don't know the words. He creased at his forehead. I said it right? I've never heard that word. He wasn't nervous, but he knew better than to expect everything to go smoothly. Why the fuck do I read? I don't know half the words that are said. Keeping a level head was proving rather difficult. There was no room for failure. Anxiety or dismay or something typical, unexpected. Okay. The text in the background is also not the best combo. Fair. Yeah, no, I understand. It's also really big text on my monitor. Lives were on the line here. And I find big text hard to read. He eyed his surroundings. Was the perp really going to show up? Oh, perp. Was the perp really going to show up? When? Where would he be coming from? How would he make his approach? Remember Endeavor? No, we are banning that word from the chat. Was the Pepsi gonna show? I wonder how much I've had to censor in these ads. The Shibuya Scramble was as packed as ever. What about elated? When does he eat his Agasaki teriyaki? A throng of people crossing this way and that, blissfully unaware of the dozens of detectives hidden in its midst. Alright, another minute and a half. Kano glanced down at his watch yet again. A mere 30 seconds had passed. Took me fucking longer than that to read this. Detective Kano had been with the enforcement arm of Shibuya's criminal affairs section for 1.5 years now, but he'd never been a part of an operation this big before. He eyed the young woman standing beside the statue up ahead. Oh, it's the dog! It's the dog. Wide taxi. Wide taxi. She was small enough to get lost in the crowd, and she carried a nondescript attach case? Attache case? I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's a briefcase. Who cares? Just call it a briefcase. All these fucking made up words. Pet the taxi. Thank you for the pets. I have not stretched this one because it's a different scene, but thank you. Can you submit mega wide on top of that? Yes, you can. You can. It'd just be a waste of Kaio's points, but that's fine. You guys can argue about it. I was actually considering adding another redemption to it. That it's like reverse the wide taxi so you guys can fight over if I should be wide or not. I think that'd be funny. So like someone can reverse the wide. Do it? I wasn't sure because like I don't know if people would be sad if they wasted like their points on a wide taxi and then it gets reverted. But also like I think it's a funny thing to do. An anti-wide version. We do love a bit of competition. I had this new idea to make you all fight each other. I could make it like I could make the one to reverse it really expensive, like twice as much kind of thing. So it's like you really have to want to reverse it to be able to do it. You really want to be an asshole to do it. Baka has gremlin and anti-gremlin channel point redemptions. Oh, okay. Yeah, I considered okay, so I designed a new outfit for Taxi, but I need to find a way to copy basically Taxi's face, which has all the custom blend shapes on it. I need to work out how to copy that to a new body, and so far I've had lots of problems. But I was thinking when I can work out how to do it, I can add like different Taxi outfits, and then maybe you could redeem like a pick an outfit thing. So like, you know, there'll be the default outfit, there'll be a dress, and then maybe something else, you know, like a few different things. You could do make mega wide back to normal wide. If someone redeemed normal wide and I already had mega wide on, I would probably go to normal wide. If that makes sense. You can make one that's called Taxi for Ants. But yeah, yeah, I was going to add a redemption that it's like, yeah, I'd have a bunch of outfits and like maybe they'd be like labeled to a number. So it's like I want outfit number 3 and then I'll put on number 3 and then that will be what I wear until someone redeems another one. Outfit redemption seems like a cool idea. Yeah, I really... Mega wide. There we go. You feel like having dueling redeems is a bad idea, just drains people's points and feels people feel less fulfilled. Well, I mean, it's their choice if they want to do it, that's the thing. Like, I'm not making people do it. I don't know. If people think it's not a good idea, then I won't do it. But then that would be, the outfit one could also be... I guess I could add a timer on that. You could rig Popcat Taxi. I could actually. There would be a way to do that. Maybe. Mega wide for the win. My 69k points. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like people in my chat who've been watching me since I started streaming have like so many points now. I don't really have anything super big except for game redemptions at the moment. That's why I added the like choose an emote for a channel for like as a big point sink, because I don't really have a lot. Yeah, Danny can redeemed pick an emote, so we got a little dead taxi emote on FFC. If you guys don't have FFC, you can download it for your browser, and then you get extra emotes. You can see why it'd be annoying. It's true, I guess. I guess I could have something like... I don't know how I'd do it then, if it might be considered unfair for people. No need for F, we got dead taxi. Alright, let's get back to the game. Hitomi Osawa, age 19. The Atachi case, I don't fucking know, on her hands contained a full 50 million yen in cash. Yesterday, her twin sister Maria had been kidnapped. This was the ransom payment. Whoa. The culprit had called Hitomi last night at home, referring to her by name and telling her to wait by the statue of Hachiko in Shibuya. I could have combo redemptions. Yeah, I think maybe like if I have like a single redemption attaché? Oh, is that how it's pronounced, Lapsod? Yeah, like if I have one redemption and it's like just a combo of both, if one person redeems it, I'll, you know, do wide taxi, and then if someone redeems it after, I'll do back to normal taxi. Like it'll be both kind of thing. But like I could have like maybe like a 5-minute cooldown on it, so I'm guaranteed to be wide or normal for 5 minutes. That way it's kind of not a waste of points, if that makes sense. Yeah. Alright. Make them layer on each other. Ah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Alright. It was almost time, but nothing. Kano was staring fixedly at the second hand on his watch when a homeless man sitting on the sidewalk murmured just loud enough for him to hear. It is really hard to hear with to read with this background. To read. Come on, Kano, quit looking at your watch so much. What if the kidnapper sees you? Oh, he's a detective too. Kano tried to look nonchalant as he lifted his eyes, but the scruffy character continued. You're too nervous, just relax already. You're the one acting suspicious. Sasayama? Kano frowned. Why would some homeless guy be talking to me? Yuji Sasayama was the senior officer of the Shibuya Precinct's Criminal Affairs Division, 5 years older than Kano. Some words and phrases in the text appear in blue. Oh my god, I can't even see that blue. That does not look blue to me. It's such a light color blue. I didn't even notice until they said that there's blue letters. You can see it? It actually looks clearer on my capture than it does on my screen. But yeah. Increased saturation, yeah. These are called tips. Press square to underline a tip, then press X. This will let you read some extra info relating to that word or phrase. There are tips containing general knowledge and ones that are 428 specific. These are marked with... Okay. Official name, Shibuya Central Precinct. Responsible for the safety of approximately 200,000 people in 32 neighborhoods, including... Oh god, I'm not reading all that out. Cool. Cool. Thank you. I don't need to read all that. Alright. He always went a little overboard with the disguises. He claimed it was all part of the job, but word around the station was that he liked playing dress up. It's gonna be on the test. I have to know all the Shibuya precincts, Shibuya districts that the Shibuya Detective Precinct looks after. Hey pal, spare some change? Sasayama lurched his feet and shuffled in close to Kano. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading this. It's really big. This game's a Persona 5 reference? Oh my god, you're right, Bogbag. I can't believe they're in Shibuya. I hear that the new anime, The World Ends With You, is also based on Persona 5. Because that also has Shibuya in it. Hey, knock that off. Fittingly for the part, Sasayama reeked pretty badly. Well, ain't so suspicious now, huh? He clung to Kano with a mock camaraderie, despite the younger man's attempts to pull away. Come on, Sasayama, cut it out. Sasayama's blithe confidence rattled Kano's nerves. This is hard to read. Been watching The World Ends With You anime, can confirm that's the case. Is it out? Is it actually airing now? I didn't realize that. Of course, there was a good reason for that confidence. This was Kano and Sasayama's jurisdiction. Okay. A particular region where an organization or member thereof has control of authority refers here to the areas under the jurisdiction of various police precincts. The metro. I don't know if we need to read all this stuff. Yeah, I don't think we need to read them. They're kind of just clarifying the words. Seems like basic knowledge. Yeah. You're home now, so it's fine, thank you. Alright, no more reading. No more reading in this game. Lapsog can read it himself. You haven't checked the anime out because it feels like it might be a bit much for you? Yeah, I'm interested to see it, but I didn't even know it was airing. I never finished the game. The spyglass ones are general knowledge. How do you know? Oh, you open it up and it says it. You don't know beforehand. The 428 ones are specific ones you need to read. Okay, alright. That makes sense. They were positioned in a good distance from where the handoff was to take place. The statue of Hachiko was surrounded... sometimes two or more tips will appear on a single screen. Press square. Okay, the statue of Hachiko was surrounded... Oh god. Okay, that's fine. Go away. The statue of Hachiko was surrounded by elite investigators from one of HQ's special investigation teams. Okay. Statue of Hachiko. Yep. Erected. Okay. Surrounded by investigation from one of HQ's special investigation teams, Kano and his partner were just there to provide backup if the kidnapper attempted to flee. Look, just try and relax, we'll be fine. Sasayama gave him a wink. A moment later, the radio walked in Kano's ear. Alright everyone, it's time. Keep your eyes open. Why are they sitting in the dark? I guess maybe they're in a car. In a van. The police coming through the earpiece was Koji Kuze, HQ's operations director. Until last year, he'd been the Shibuya precinct's head detective and Kano's supervisor. We don't know when the perp is going to make contact. Don't let your guard down. They're playing Among Us. Unless there's a word you want to learn about, then go general anyway. They fucking should have had one about what that briefcase was, because I don't fucking know what sort of briefcase that is. Just call it a briefcase. It's just a briefcase. Alright. Kuze's low, gravelly voice echoed in Kano's ear. You don't sound too worried, Kuze. Kano winced at Sasayama's words. How could the man be so nonchalant? The appointed time had come and gone. Something should have been happening. Whap! Kano smacked himself in the thigh to release a little tension. The sound was louder than he intended, though the suit hid his muscular physique. It did little to dampen the noise. He fucking ripped under there. I can't remember how you told me to pronounce that, Lapsod. This is Endeavor all over again. He needed to stay focused. He might be called to action at any moment. I still don't understand why I need a controller for this game. The department handled abduction cases according to a certain standard investigation procedure. Was it an attempt to extort money, or was the motive something personal? Attaché? Oh, that's right. Yeah. The answer to that question determined how they deal with the criminal. And based on the investigation team's initial findings this time around, they probably weren't dealing with a professional kidnapper. Still, in all likelihood, it was someone with quite a long rap sheet. Probably someone who knew the family, but so far they had few leads on who might bear such a grudge. With the situation so unclear, the plan was to apprehend whomever came to make the handoff on site. Alright, I think that's enough wide taxi for now. We go back to normal. It's got the Pokemon E. E. If the culprit ran with the money, there'd be no guarantee of the hostage's well-being. Still nothing. Sasayama muttered. There he is. He's here. Whoa, he's here. Kuze broke in, his voice spiking to an excited chirp. Kuze's particular vocal quirk: whenever he gets overly flustered, excited, or panicked, he slips into a childish register, prone to babbling and pitching his voice. Okay. See, that's an interesting fact, but like... I don't know. I still can't determine the ones that we need to read. I don't know. Spooky music. Can we learn more about excited chirp? Subject is a young male in his 20s, wearing a bandana and an orange hoodie. Kuze, normally calm and stoic, was now squawking like an excited child. That only happened when he got particularly worked up. Kano and Sasayama steeled themselves. They could see the subject now. A 20-something male nonchalantly approached Hitomi to talk to her. Alright people, be ready to grab this guy. He looks like he's just got flyers. Kuze was stationed in the mobile command center not far from the intersection, keeping tabs on the situation via video surveillance from the camera team. The young man started speaking enthusiastically to Hitomi. The detectives watched, uncertain. Was this really the kidnapper? That's gotta be him? Oh, hang on. These choices will change the lives of other people in addition to changing your own fate. Okay. The current choice will not impact you or the other protagonists. Okay, that's gotta be him. Kano took a step forward, then hesitated. The situation wasn't entirely clear. He needed a better look at things. Okay. I get a test choice. Well, I don't think it's him because he's just the person with some flyers. It's being a bother. So I would say I don't think it's clear. Are we waiting to see if he needs the money? So like if he takes the money, then it'd be like, yeah, that's him. The situation wasn't entirely clear. He needed to get a better look at things. The newcomer held a bundle of letter-sized paper which he showed to Hitomi as he went on talking. He tried to hand her one of the papers, but she pointedly ignored him. Undeterred, the man kept trying to foist it off onto her. Hitomi refused to respond, becoming as motionless as the statue of Hachiko behind her. What even is this? How you doing, Casanova Creed? This is 428 Shibuya Scramble. It's some kind of visual novel. Did I post a Twitter notif? I did not. I'll do it on break. Yeah, it's kind of, I guess it's like kind of a visual novel, but it has like choices to like, I don't know, like solve problems and save people. I don't know, we're only just getting started. We've only just gotten our first option to pick something. It's 4:44 AM where you are and you cannot sleep. I hope you can get some sleep soon. Hopefully this game is kind of relaxing enough to sleep to. We don't really know what this is yet. Yeah, exactly. It's just apparently very good. Yeah, it's apparently got like a perfect score in Famitsu and stuff like that. So apparently it's quite good. Yes, I'm giving it a go. Oh, thank you for following, Chef Funboy. How you doing? Okay. Until finally the man gave up and walked away. Guess it wasn't him. Kano felt the tension of the moment linger in his spine. That guy's face in the background. A guy must have been hitting on her, Sasayama muttered. I don't think so. Why? Why is this a thing we can read? Okay. Sometimes, of course, the person trying to get your attention out of nowhere is just trying to make sales pitch. Okay. That's so weird. I mean, she's pretty cute and all. He had a point. Though, of course, something in Sasayama's voice made Kano brace himself. She's got nothing on my Mi-chan. Mi-chan was Sasayama's wife. They'd gotten married just last month. Let me tell you, Kano, married life is the best. You gotta hurry up and give it a try for yourself. This was Sasayama's favorite topic lately, and Kano was getting more and more fed up with it. Sasayama, come on, just knock it off, okay? Porno music? Shut up, Bob Flop. You think it's interesting? It's just interesting how they have, like, highlighted things for, like, very specific things. It's like, why would you need to read more about that? Driving to the 80s porn music. Diving into, yeah. The phrase had become common refrain of his since the department partnered them. Fine. Let's talk about your girlfriend then. Huh? No, you can't be serious. Sasayama leaned in close again. What's she like? We are not having this conversation, Kano muttered, looking away. Oh, come on. Sasayama set his hand on Kano's chest, still playing the homeless troublemaker. Show me your phone. Let me see your lock screen. Huh? Sasayama paused for the phone. You've got a pic of your girl on the lock screen, yeah? I do not. But he did. Kinda sus. It was scary how on the mark Sasayama's instincts were. Hey, cut it out. We're in the middle of an investigation. I am investigating, Sasayama chuckled as he plucked the phone from Kano's pocket. His face scrunched up with astonishment as he looked at the lock screen. The heck is this? It's not... Ain't this, Masami Nagahama? Okay. A national star tends to play the heroine of national morning soap operas or in national historical dramas. Her songs have been a series of national hits, and she's even slated to host the year-end national singing competition program. Everything about her is national. Yours is Lady Ma and Dudley? What is my lock screen? I can't even remember. I am looking. It is Dawn from Pokemon. Fucking called out. It's honestly been like that probably since I got this phone. I got this phone at the end of 2019. Dawn is pretty cute. It's a really cute picture. I'll post it in the Discord. It's by like a Twitter artist I really like. You've never played or watched Pokemon? I liked the anime like at the start, and I haven't played many of the games. I guess I've played a few games now. I just really like Dawn. I've only ever used the default screens. You know nothing about it other than Pikachu and Charizard. That's fair. But yeah, no, I couldn't even remember what my lock screen was. Yeah, how you doing, Lady Ma? I hear you're on Lapsword's lock screen. Alright. Kano realized he had to bite the bullet. No, that's my girlfriend. Her name's Rumi and she's... Sasayama cut him off. You're telling me this ain't Masami Nagahama, the famous actress? Because this right here is Masami Nagahama. Like I said, you sly old dog. You trying to make it like you're dating Masami Nagahama. I'm not. I mean, I guess Rumi does kind of look like her. Sasayama let out a huff. For real? You really think I'm gonna fall for that? There's nothing to fall for, I swear. Sasayama scowled, unconvinced. Alright, then why don't you marry her? Kano stammered, but he had no answer. Did I say her name wrong? I don't know. I probably said it wrong. The truth was, he would have happily married her already. Oh, they repeated it like a dozen times, yeah. But there were obstacles that needed to be overcome. Okay, playtime's over. Let's focus on the job. Sasayama handed back Kano's phone and turned gaze back to Hitomi. Kano let out a quick, uneasy sigh. But his shoulders did feel looser. Maybe Sasayama had been trying to relieve a bit of the tension. Maybe he should be grateful. It's the teriyaki all over again. Investigating his own friend more than they need to be investigating. Yeah. I heard you're a fan of the Asagami teriyaki. Danica, no. We're banning that word. By now, several minutes had passed since the guy with the papers had gone away. He peered at Hitomi. The strain on her face was visible. In addition to the weight of the... I've forgotten how it's pronounced. Attache? Attache? Nah, that's not right. I can't remember. Attache? Nah. Doesn't matter. Call it a briefcase! Call it a briefcase! The 5,100,000 yen bills it held weighed close to 6 kilos. Her slender arms must have been getting tired. Still, she refused to set the case down. She wasn't taking any chances with her sister's life. The kidnapping case had begun the day before around 7 p.m. Sunrise in a few hours here in Texas and you're still not remotely sleepy? Oh no. Yeah, I feel like I've been having trouble getting to sleep lately. And it's like, some days like I'll wake up and go the entire day without napping. And then I'll still be up really late. And it's just like, well, why can't I go to sleep earlier? I didn't nap. You had some spicy water. Oh, it's probably handcuffed to her. This is MPD dispatch. The Shibuya precinct is reporting a missing person believed to be an abduction. In Japanese law, the act of indirectly luring or deceiving someone into the control of a third party is known as kidnapping. Using forcible threats or violence to achieve the same result is known as abduction. Okay. I didn't realize there was a difference. I guess that makes sense. I thought spicy water is when you brush your teeth and then you drink cold water and it fucking burns. Because of the mint. That's what I assumed. I was like, yeah, I guess. It just made sense in my head. I was like, yeah, okay. You use cinnamon toothpaste. That's interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. It's epic. I want to try that. You love drinking water like that, Denikun? Crest makes some. I don't know if we have Crest as a brand here. Might have to import it. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of cinnamon toothpaste before. Alright. Subject is Maria Osawa, a 19-year-old student at Midoriyama Academy, last seen at the LL diner near campus. Was allegedly seen forcing her into a car nearby. All officers in the vicinity report to the scene at once. Kano and Sasayama had been working a burglary case in Jingu-mai's 5th district when they got a call. The two arrived at the LL diner at 7:15 PM. At roughly the same time, several other officers showed up to secure the area, blocking off entry to nearby roadways and monitoring the surrounding establishments. Inside the restaurant, Kano and Sasayama were met by the girl who reported the kidnapping. It was the victim's twin sister, Hitomi. Could you tell us about when Maria was taken, starting from the very beginning? Kano said, keeping his voice low. My sister and I were supposed to go to a party together today. Hitomi was trembling, her voice hoarse. But I messed up the time. I showed up right at 7, an hour later than I was supposed to. So Maria had gone alone to the party, a mixer for locals and exchange students. Hitomi, arriving late, had showed up just in time to glance out through the restaurant window and see her sister getting shoved into a car. She described the vehicle as a blue station wagon of Japanese make. Why would something like this happen to her? Hitomi held back her tears, but she was shaking all over. Did you get a look at the kidnapper? Yes, it was a man, middle-aged. There was another eyewitness, Leland Palmer. He identified himself as a lecturer at Hitomi and Maria's school. I saw too. It's like Hitomi says. I heard Hitomi cry out and I went to the window to look. And his Japanese was halting as if he hadn't been in the country very long. And I think that maybe the kidnapper was working alone. Leland explained that he'd seen the man shove Maria in the back seat, then clamber into the driver's seat. If he had an accomplice, wouldn't they have been driving? Neither Hitomi nor Leland had gotten a good look at the suspect's face. Kano was interviewing others who had been on the scene, looking for other potential witnesses when his phone rang. Who casually has toothpaste a decade old? Yeah, I don't understand. It's never been used, it's just kind of just a box, basically. It's just kind of just an unopened box of toothpaste. Cause like, yeah, I'd say it's a novelty item. Seems it's out of stock online, who's laughing now? That toothpaste could drive in 5 years. He keeps his 10-year-old toothpaste in a glass case for emergencies. Alright. It was Yoshiko Kajiwara, one of the senior detectives. We set up a task force for the investigation. Get back to the station once you have a handle on the situation there. Barely half an hour had passed between the time the kidnapping was reported and the time the task force began operation. When Kano and Sasayama got back to the precinct station, Kuze had already arrived from HQ. He informed them that a response team had been formed to investigate the victim's home. Kano could feel a peculiar tension in the air. Unfamiliar NPD detectives scurried to and fro around the Shibuya offices. He pulled one of them aside to get a quick update. An hour had now passed since the kidnapping. There had been one new development. The perpetrator had made a threatening call to the victim's home. He said the following: "Tomorrow, 10 AM, by Hachiko in Shibuya. Have the sister Hitomi bring 50 million yen. If not, the girl's life is forfeit." Ooh. Kajiwara from the precinct was put on the response team, along with detectives from elsewhere who'd been received. Banana. It's Toki. It's Toki from that picture. Along with the detectives from elsewhere who'd received special training in abduction cases. Banana baboy. 50 million is only like 450,000 USD. Only? That's still a lot of money for someone to put someone up for ransom. No, don't make Taxi eat the banana. I don't like banana. Yucky. Banning that combo of emotes. 50 million sounds like a lot. Yeah, a lot more. Yeah, I don't like banana. Normally, a local precinct detective would have gone undercover in a victim's home. Kuze, however, had decided that having a knowledgeable local was crucial and had sent Kajiwara along. No, I don't need turtle! No! Why? Bumflop! I'll ban you. Bananas are S tier fruit? I don't think so. Bananas make me feel sick. No, turtle. Normally a local precinct detective would have gone undercover in a victim's home. Kuze, however, had decided that having a knowledgeable local was crucial and had sent Kajiwara along. Oh, I don't hate people. Like, I don't think that people who like bananas are wrong. Bananas make me feel sick. So I do not like bananas. Brussels sprouts are the best vegetable. I can't say I've had Brussels sprouts for a very, very long time. Like, ever since I was younger. I don't know, I can't remember. There's a lot of vegetables that I didn't like when I was younger that I like as an adult, so I don't know. Potato. The detectives disguised themselves as delivery people and movers to make their way inside without arousing suspicion, arriving there at 8:30. The response team had come prepared to run a trace if the kidnapper contacted the family a second time. After pinpointing a source of incoming phone call, the police are not allowed to do this independently without oversight. They must go through a formalized process that includes securing the corporation of the phone company. In the past, conducting the trace itself would take time, but nowadays acquiring the location can be practically instantaneous. Whoa! But there were no further calls. Popado Chisps? Hey Eagle Wolf, how are you? Kano checked his watch again. 20 minutes had now passed since the time designated for the ransom handoff. The kidnapper had yet to appear. Crap, you think we might have spooked him? He wondered aloud. Hey, stay calm. Sasayama scanned the passing throng. Throng? Throng? What is a throng? You like bananas? Yeah, a lot of people like bananas. I guess an over to the small number of people here that like bananas. Thong with an R. Large, densely packed crowd of people and animals. Thank you, Bumfluff. You're gonna go attempt to sleep? I'd follow, but apparently I'm already following. I don't remember seeing you before. Have a good stream. I updated my model, so maybe it has thrown you off. I was not always a dead VTuber, but I hope you get some good sleep. Get good rest. What game is this? This is 428 Shibuya Scramble. It's like it's a type of visual novel. Good night, Casanova. Hey, stay calm. Sasayama scanned the passing throng. Okay. He's just playing with us. Why'd this guy even pick this place? Kano voiced the question he'd been asking himself ever since he heard the kidnapper's demands. Sasayama shrugged, figured he must want to blend in with the crowd, nab the money and disappear before anyone knows he's there, would be my guess. Do you think canonically Rip Taxi is just Taxi sleeping? Maybe. I don't know. How'd Taxi die? You can't just ask people how they die, Lapsod. That's really rude. It's very rude. I should add it to our rules. Don't ask Taxi how she died. But how did Taxi die? Banned. Lapsod banned. Now we all know I got hit by a taxi. Okay. Figured he must want to blend in with the crowd, nab the money, and disappear before anyone knows he's there, would be my guess. In that case, why not pick Shinjuku or Ginza? The big crowd didn't just benefit the kidnappers after all. It also allowed the police to use the sea of people to conceal their own operation. Right now, there are 50 detectives stationed within a 50-meter radius of where Hitomi stood. The kidnapper would be taking a major risk if his plan was to nab the ransom money and run. That's what bothered Kano. Any criminal with half a brain would know better than to do a handoff in front of Hachiko. You're overthinking things, pal. Sasayama grumbled. No, I'm not. Do I play visual novels often? I've played a few on stream. This one was a request for one of my viewers to play. It's apparently got a perfect score in Famitsu, so it's rated pretty highly. So I'm excited to see how it is. We've only just started tonight. Okay. Kano reached into his pocket and pulled out his notepad. This was Kano's... Excuse me? I can't say that word. This was Kano's dick diary where he always kept it close to me. I'm not a mature person. I never played those. So what exactly do you do? Solve a mystery or something? I'm not quite sure what we do in this one, but I think it has lots of different options you can do that will determine how the story progresses. Some visual novels are a lot more like linear and won't have many options. But this one seems to have lots of different options to do. It's just that it's just like in, is it Superbad, where that kid just kept drawing penises on everything? This is just his diary. Kind of like a choose your own adventure book on steroids. Yes, that's a very good description of what this game is probably like. But yeah, there's lots of games that there's a lot of visual novels that are just kind of very linear, not really a game or anything, and I kind of don't enjoy them a whole lot as much as like if it actually has some gameplay. Like Ace Attorney, like investigating and finding evidence and then presenting evidence in the court, is a game series I really like, but it's very much a light novel kind of thing. Sorry, a visual novel kind of thing, because it's just a text-based game, but with investigation parts in it. So yeah, like it just depends what sort of visual novel it is, because there's so many different kinds, basically. They call them kinetic novels usually. Yeah, I guess if it's a game that's basically just a book, they're a kinetic novel. You have a workbook you've taken to meetings, etc., and I had to put stickers on it because someone drew a picture of a penis and Lapsod Loves on it. Why? Who did that? Do you know who did that? Do you know who it was? It was Lady Ma. I don't, but clearly one of your workmates. Alright. Sasayama rolled his eyes. That thing again? Kano ignored him, flipping through the notepad pages. Aha, here it is. I don't see any... Oh, Kinder Bruno Fernandez. Fernandez, thank you for following. I opened it up today to read the notes. First time in a year, and there was... Oh god. Your workplace, Lapsod. Do you like interactive movie games? What games would that be? I don't know if I've experienced games like that before. Good luck reading that. Dick dictum. Okay. The more relevant something seems, the more relevant it's bound to be. It was a favorite saying of Kyuzo Tateno, an assistant inspector from the Shibuya precinct. It was a favorite saying... Oh, I fucking read that already. Tateno was the kind of detective Kano aspired to be. For the current operation, he'd been placed in charge of Hitomi's personal safety. He was in position to defend her... Oh, thank you for the wets. Thank you. Thank you. My bad for following so late. Flea has mentioned you often in her streams and how cool you are, so I thought you'd click follow. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I love Flea. Flea's very lovely. She speaks very kindly of all of her friends. But yeah, welcome. Of course, Hitomi hadn't been informed of how much protection she was under. There was a risk that she had acted too secure. It might alert the kidnapper. I think Tateno has the right idea. Sasayama snorted quietly. Maybe I mean he's a great detective. Don't get me wrong. But do you know how many irrelevant things there are to consider? Again, Kano ignored him. It didn't matter if nobody else understood. Kano had faith in Tateno. Tateno? As both a detective and as an individual. He had first witnessed Tateno's brilliance during the standoff in a financial company. At a financial company 3 years earlier. A man had shut himself in an office, splashing gasoline everywhere and threatening to set the place ablaze. While the others hesitated, Tateno unflinchingly doused himself with gasoline and strode into the building, where he managed to talk the man down and secure the scene. Whoa. You're so happy she got Sans? Yes! Yes, that was... She did so good. Like, I can't believe she stuck with it that long. Like, that's amazing. You do like my VTuber look? The hair color is great. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, Sans is a tough fight. The others had been awestruck by Toteno's actions, and Kano, who at the time had been content to be a run-of-the-mill policeman, had found it quite inspiring. Can't believe she stuck at it for over 10 hours. Yeah, that's so crazy. She definitely has some determination. Still, you know. Sasayama murmured under his breath. As a great detective as Totano is, it's not like anyone else in the world has ever heard of him. I suppose not, Kano said, so... Oh, banana! Banana! Only time anyone ever hears a cop's name is if he's caught up in some scandal or killed him on the line of duty. I mean, doesn't really seem fair, does it? Kano just shrugged. It was a strange definition of unfair, really. I mean, you've got celebrity chefs and celebrity hairdressers and stuff. So how come no celebrity gumshoes, you know? Where'd you get the banana from? I'm sensing a theme here. The bananas mean something. Is he the same one that had the banana in that flashback thing? I'm not sure. Look, please. I didn't think it was, but now I'm wondering if it was. But I guess he's in a disguise now, so yeah, I don't know. Look, please, can you just focus on what we're doing here? Kano rubbed his eyes, then turned his attention back to Hitomi. What's the matter? Didn't sleep? Not enough, I guess. Did you eat? Didn't have time. Between bringing in the supplies for the base of operations... Base of operations is usually set in a large room at the precinct, such as an auditorium. MPD and precinct investigations assemble there, and communications equipment, investigation resources, and such are brought in. Because of the scale and scope of these activities, newspaper reporters can be liable to notice. And so in cases such as kidnappings, where the victim's personal safety is at stake, the flow of information is tightly controlled. Readying the team's vehicles, photocopying hundreds of documents, and various other tasks. Kano had barely slept the previous night and hadn't gotten a meal in either. What have you been doing? Sasayama puffed out his chest. Saving up my energy for today. So you were sleeping. Kano gave a wry chuckle at his partner's lack of shame. Oh, there he is! Kuze's voice chirped suddenly through Kano's earpiece. A man in his 20s wearing a sleeveless red jacket. He's carrying a garbage bag. A young man had emerged from the crowd about 15 feet from where Hitomi was standing. He strode towards her, a sinister look on his face. He didn't match Hitomi's description, but Kano felt a jolt of nerves all the same. Maybe the kidnapper had hired some young street punk to snatch the ransom payment. That our guy? What do you think, Kano? Sasayama whispered. Yeah, I think it's gotta be him. That was it. This was it. Kano swallowed the lump in his throat. He bent his knees, ready to act fast. Blood rushed his leg muscles, bandishing the stiffness that had begun to take hold. Could this be the culprit? Or perhaps... The young man tried to snatch the briefcase from Hitomi, but she clung to it with desperate strength. It was him! The detectives rushed in. I fucking love these scenes, like the pictures. Oh, they fucking got him. Whoa, hey, what the hell? The young man cried out frantically and tried to dart away, but the officers closed in, forcing him bodily to the ground. Target secured. Oh geez, I think we've got another suspect on the scene. Eek, he's taken the ransom. What? There was a second one? Kuze's hysterics made Kano spin around. Sure enough, a foreign-looking man was sprinting away. A fucking briefcase in hand. Scan scenes for banana. The mob of detectives scrambled to pursue. Before Kano could react, most of them had run off, leaving him to look after the original suspect. Oh, they fucking got it. What should we do with this guy, sir? Might have some connection to the kidnapper. Should I bring him in? Huh? Oh sure, that'd be swell. I'm on it. With the help of one of the remaining detectives, Kano brought the suspect back to the Shibuya precinct. Nah, just let him go, he's cool. Look, how many times do I have to go through this? Cut the crap. In the interrogation room, the young man, who gave his name as Achi Endo, steadfastly insisted on his innocence. Why'd you try to steal that case? And I watched Achi's face intently. Like I said, it looked heavy, so I was just trying to help her out. It wasn't inconceivable that a young guy would want to help a pretty girl. But Hitomi had just been standing there, hardly in desperate need of assistance. She hadn't set the case down, so I figured there had to be something important inside. An entry from Kano's dick diary shot through his mind. Dick. When the tongue slips, grab it and yank out the truth. Excuse me? Is his shirt a recycling thing? With a bottle that's very upset? Really? Classic advice for questioning. Something important you say, such as, how the heck would I know Achi spat? He huffed and slumped back into his chair. This standard textbook back and forth had been going on for nearly an hour. Kano didn't mind. Chasing down criminals was all well and good, but questioning suspect was another key part of the job. Plenty of off-the-scene work went into cracking a case. Once again, he had Achi explain that what he'd been doing, starting from the beginning. When Kano finally emerged from the interrogation room for a short break, he learned that there had been some progress on the case at the crime scene. What the police hadn't been able to determine yet, however, was whether or not Maria was safe. Fighting back his anxiety, Kano consulted his dick diary. They could have translated it differently. Come on. Like, I know it's the name for a detective, but it's still like, they're doing this on purpose. Haste makes waste. They knew what they were doing, yeah, exactly. He felt his tension subside, remembering the right maxim always helped. It was like casting a magic spell. Kano returned to confront Achi once more. You were there to act as a distraction, to mess up the investigation, weren't you? Huh? Achi looked a bit dumbfounded. What do you want about? The truth hungers to be free. You hungry? Got some katsudon if you like. Let's read about katsudon. A Japanese dish consisting of a bowl of white rice topped with a breaded pork cutlet and egg. There are several variations such as sauce katsudon, where the egg is replaced with Worcestershire sauce, and miso katsudon, where the pork is stewed in miso. Not typically the sort of thing a policeman offers a suspect during interrogation. This could be seen as baiting with food, and it's to be avoided. Achi nodded silently. Oh, hell yeah. Achi devoured the bowl of katsudon with gusto. He looked like he hadn't eaten in a while. Alright, then spill it. What's this guy after? Achi just shrugged. I don't know, he murmured. A thick slice of egg-laden pork between his teeth. How many accomplices do you have? Kano asked. But Achi just shook his head as he inhaled his food. Maybe he's a relative of Gumshoe? You wish the MC's name was Dick Dictum. Resignedly, Kano flipped through his notebook once more. Let's see, number 115. Use the lights to your advantage. As the minutes ticked past, he found himself referring to his book again and again, trying a dozen different methods to tease out whatever his suspect might be hiding. The experience began to feel strangely surreal, their true voices echoing hollowly in the interrogation room. Eventually, Kano looked at the clock and realizing that the questioning had been going on for nearly 5 hours. He still hadn't made any headway. You always want to be a head of lettuce to use. Want to buy a head of lettuce to use in sandwiches. I thought you said you wanted to be a head of lettuce. I'm like, that's awfully specific, Danny-kun, but okay. You know you'll never use a whole head of lettuce. You can get like smaller ones, like smaller lettuces, but yeah, they're still hard to get through. I wish they'd let us buy a little. It's terrible. He still hadn't made any headway. What was he supposed to do next? Lateno would know, but he sure didn't. Still, he was determined to do whatever he could to keep the victim and her family safe. Gritting his teeth in frustration, he pursued the Dick Diary like it was scripture. Dicture. Why the fuck are we like this tonight? This game is... Oh, we're never gonna not laugh at it. This is root letter all over again. Number 116. The monotonous questioning was clearly tiring Archie out. His eyelids dripped like they were beginning to get heavy. Number 117. Get them while they're tired. Kano's eyes gleamed. You're part of some criminal gang, huh? Fucking out. Archie's head slumped forward heavily. Nodding off was basically the same as nodding yes, right? Mr. Kuze, I did it. The young guy we grabbed at the handoff site, he finally confessed to the crime. You're an idiot. What? What are you talking about? Kuze laughed in disbelief. We're just about to apprehend the mastermind here. Huh? Kano clutched his cell phone, dumbstruck. Listen, why don't you, look, just wait there at HQ, okay? No, it can't be. After the kidnapping case wrapped up, Kano tendered his resignation. Oh no! Guess I'm not cut out to be a detective after all, he thought to himself. He dropped the Is this a bad ending? I'm not sure. We only got one selection and it said it didn't matter. What is this story so far? I don't know. He dropped Oh god, I'm not gonna get through this. He dropped the dick. I'm sorry. He dropped the dick. Fuck. I can. He dropped the diary on his desk as he left the Shibuya precinct for the last time. Oh god, yes, I will shorten it to diary because I'm immature as fuck. It wasn't so bad, but they just kept doubling down on ticks. The old DD. Okay. Let's never hear of it again. Bad end! No! How did we get that? Kano wound up at a bad end. However, this does not mean that the choice you made for Kano was the wrong one. One of the other protagonists, Achi Endo, has an impact on Kano's fate here. You can avoid a bad end by making proper decisions in another character's story. For a detailed hint, check the tip by underlining the bad end title. Press square then X. Kano had every reason to suspect Archie Endo, but whoops. I knocked something off my desk, it's fine. But arresting him turned out to be a mistake. If Archie hadn't approached his homie, this wouldn't have happened. Try playing Archie's story up to 10:30 and make a choice that keeps him from going up to her. If you do that, Kano won't even have a chance to arrest him and things should play out differently. Interesting! Interesting! Okay. This is cool. I'm excited for this. So yeah, we go down this other person's route. You can now select Archie Endo, one of the other protagonists. Let's follow Archie's story for a little while. Thanks for the clip, Danikun. I'll probably make like a highlight of me trying to, actually I'll probably make a highlight of me saying it every single time. That'd be funny. Let's follow Archie's story for a little while. This is interesting. So yeah, so we'll get to go on another character's like story and they'll overlap and the things that we choose will affect the other stories. That's really cool. I'm excited. Just, you know, standing with your shirt off. As you do. Is he ass naked? No, I think he had pants on. I was worried it was going to be, but I think you could see like a belt as it, you know, changed scenes. Archie Endo called out at the door to his father's room. Okay, I'm heading out. Sure. His father sounded unconcerned. He didn't even open the door. Sure, you don't want me to stay here in the shop? It's not like we're gonna get any customers. Archie grimaced. Yeah, I guess not. The drawer by the front door held a stack of heavy-duty trash bags. Archie pulled a few of them out. Guess it's gonna be that kind of day. He stuffed the trash bags into his pocket, then slipped on his favorite pair of sneakers. Oh, is he off to go collect trash and clean up things? Because he has like a recycle shirt on him. The entryway to Archie's home also led to the family's shop. I'm late, but I'm here until the end. Hey Nova, how you doing? If I'm there, you might be lurking. That's okay. People are free to come and go if they want. There's always the VoD. Also, if you're not interested in the game, you're not required to hang out if you don't want to. Like, I'm not forcing you to be here. I don't have the gun asset of people like, there's like a VTuber asset of like holding a gun. I don't have that, so I can't force you to be here. You're pretty sick on Tuesday, but what have recovered. I hope you're feeling better. You should sleep naked because it's lapsod. You said you'd break your arms if you weren't here. But yeah, no, like if people don't want to be here or don't enjoy a game I'm playing, you don't have to hang out. I won't mind. I don't hold it against people if people want to lurk or not even attend streams. Like, that's cool. Yeah. Okay. You don't sleep naked because you grew up in Logan. Gotta be prepared for anything. Various pieces. Oh, the entryway to Archie's home also led into the family shop. Various pieces of electronics were piled up like so much junk in the tiny retail space. The slightest bump brought the risk of an avalanche. Archie wove his way through the gaps in the appliances like a spelunker exploring a cave. Definitely have to do a highlight of the earlier clip. Yeah, I think I'll I'll make a compilation how many times I say the unspoken diary. From Shibuya Station, if you make your way past the 109 building, then up through Dogenzaka, you come across an old shopping district. Nestled in the outskirts of Endo Electronics, the same place it's been for decades, within its dimly lit interior you'll find rows of wares all caked in dust. At a glance you might well assume the place was closed. A mom and pop place like... Get some wets! Thank you, Maho! How are you? Thank you for the wets. You're picturing the ding? Next diary. Yeah, do it, Lapsod. You're covered in paint. Are you still painting your room? How's it going? Mom and pop place like Endo's couldn't compete with the big consumer chains booming throughout Shibuya. So far, the store had remained in business thanks to the locals who appreciated that they made house calls to do repairs. Oh, for a counter. I'll see if I can do that. White paint isn't as much fun as pink and blue. I don't know, I think painting is fun. But things weren't looking good for the future. Archie, the eldest son and nominal successor to the business, had no interest whatsoever in working there. Archie stepped out of the shop and into the sunny morning air. The good weather lifted his spirits. Alrighty, time to do this. He unfurled one of the big garbage bags, which caught in the wind and fluttered like a cape. Then he slowly made his way towards Shibuya Station, scanning his surroundings all the while. Sheesh, this place is filthy. He paused to pick up a plastic bottle that had been tossed to the ground. Oh, he is a good kid. He is cleaning up his town. Oh. And he got arrested. I can't believe it. And then, with a heavy sigh, he slipped the crushed crushed receptacle into his trash bag. Time to get Amasagi teriyaki. I'm gonna have to ban that word. He'd been picking up trash around town like this for about 6 months now. It had gotten so that the sort of garbage most people would hardly notice stood out to him like a sore thumb. Most days he'd filled the trash bag to the top by the time he made it from his house in Dogenzaka to the train station. Today he was halfway to the station when a woman's anxious voice caught his attention. I'm sorry. I'm in a bit of a hurry here. He looked up and saw a timid-looking woman being confronted by two men, one with brown hair, one with black. From the look of them, he guessed that the men were scouts for some hostess club. He ran into this sort of thing pretty frequently on his trash cleaning walks around town. Another kind of trash to take care of. Archie quickly interposed himself between the girl and the two recruiters. Hey, can't you see that you're bothering her? Huh? Who the hell are you? The two men glared. Take a hike, pal. Archie stood his ground. Look, she ain't interested. You're just gonna have to find some other mark. The hustler's annoyance turned to open rage. Well, listen to you. You got a bit of a mouth, huh, buddy? The brown-haired thug smacked his lips around his chewing gum like a dog worrying a bone. How about we take this someplace more quiet, yeah? What this means can depend... Excuse me. What this means can depend on the person speaking. To a young woman, let's go take this someplace more quiet might suggest a cafe or a park. But to a street punk, it might mean an alley where passerbys are unlikely to interrupt. Alright, the girl stood by. No, in this context, they are taking him to a cafe. The girl stood by, uneasily watching the goings on. They're really nice. Yeah, they're taking him on a little cafe. Going to shout him a coffee. Hey, take it easy. I'm not looking for trouble. Is that supposed to be an apology? On your knees and beg, pal. The man spat his gum onto the ground. Archie looked down at the glistening wad of gum on the sidewalk. His last shred of goodwill vanished. You better pick that up right now. What? Didn't you hear me? Because I told you to get down on your knees and back? Archie's hand shot out, grabbing the man by the jaw. Whoa, whoa, easy, pal. The other man's bravado drained from his face. Archie tightened his grip on the brown-haired hustler's jaw. Sweat dripped from the man's reddening brow. The man struggled, but Archie tightened his grip. Gum's a real pain in the ass to clean up after it's gotten stuck on the street, you know. Ever stop to consider that? Wait, are you? The other hustler's panicked eyes had fixed on Archie's chest. Gah. Oh crap. That shirt, man. The guy's voice was starting to break. That's mean clean. Mean clean. They probably just wanted to take her to a cafe too. A guy with a mean clean shirt, carrying around a trash bag. That means you're... His face went pale. What? Meme gleam? What? The other man echoed the words through his held shut jaw, tears welling up in his eyes. Get it right, pal. Archie clenched the man's jaw harder still. It's mean clean. Ow, 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 ow. We're sorry, man. You're Archie, right? Dude, we honestly had no idea. Come on, man, you gotta cut us some slack. The man scrambled to snatch a wad of gum off the street, stuffing it into his pants pocket. Finally, Archie let go of his companion. The brown-haired hustler's face was twisted up with fear. Tears streamed down his cheeks. Gasping out hasty apologies, the two thugs scampered off. Hey, sir. A shy smile came to the girl's face. Ah, okay. So she's an actual character. Kyoko Kakinuma, a second-year student at Midoriyama Academy Law School. These hustlers managed to corner her while she was on her way to a part-time job at a cafe. It's a popular plot in trashy e-novels for the main character to fall in love with a hustler like these guys, but such things rarely happen in real life. Huh. So she's an actual character, that's cool. Thank you for saving me. No, I apologize. Huh? The girl stared in surprise. I wonder if, like, we'll have to play her next, maybe. The girl stared off in surprise. You'll run into creeps like that now and then, but don't hold it against us. Shibuya is a good town. Yeah, okay. Archie gave her a quick wave and then turned and continued on his way down Dogenzaka. Archie was Shibuya born and raised. He was keenly aware of all the changes the ward had seen since he was a kid. Grocers' stores in inconspicuous little side streets, tiny parks nestled between buildings. Archie knew it all like the back of his hand. Trash, human or otherwise, had no place in this town, not on his watch. Archie made his way down towards Shibuya Station. Okay, I might actually have a quick break because I'm assuming we're going to get into the, you know, the kidnapping thing, the ransom thing. Yeah, we're gonna start that soon. So I might just have a quick break. Good, you need to pee? Okay. Alright, yeah, I will be back because it's been almost 2 hours. Okay, everyone go have a stretch, get some water. Whatever you need to do. Pee in Bumfluff's case. Okay, we're back. Hello, I'm back. How was everyone's break? Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you, Daniken. Yeah, this game's really intriguing so far. I have no idea where it's gonna go. I'm excited. Your feet are cold? Mine are too, actually. I should have fucking put some socks on while I was... Give me 1 second. Okay, I got some socks. Okay, all good. You've been to the kitchen to prep dinner, but you're back? Welcome back. Unfortunately not making abasagi teriyaki. Alright, I also got a blankie. Now I'm gonna be nice and snug. 17 here? Probably similar to what's here, but when you're just sitting around doing nothing, your feetsies get cold. Alright. Archie made his way down towards Shibuya Station. Throngs of people shuffled to and fro across the Scramble. The view shifted constantly from one moment to the next, almost as if the city itself were alive. And if the city was a living thing, then Shibuya Station was its heart. With streets like Bunkamura Dori and the center guy serving as the arteries pumping a bloodstream made of people. Today, as ever, the heart was pumping that blood to every nook and cranny of Shibuya. And there was Archie, just another part of this great urban organism. Guess I'm one of the city's white blood cells. Or wait, maybe I'm a red blood cell. Hold on. Is that right, or did I have it right the first time? White blood cells eliminate pathogens from the bloodstream. Red blood cells carry oxygen throughout the body. Archie was probably thinking of the white blood cells. Emerging from his reverie, he noticed a rather conspicuous young woman standing by a statue of Hachiko outside Shibuya Station. Oh, she's totally my type. To be up someone's alley, to be someone's cup of tea. They answered what like a saying is with other sayings. It's colder than 17? Definitely. We have a thermometer. What does it say? It is Spon Fluff. You could get up and have a look at it. You practice the Buddhist meditation skill of heating up your body so you can control your body's temperature. Really? What? Is that a thing? You're my cup of tea, Plum Fluff. I wonder if she's a model or a small-time actress or something. It looks like she's waiting for someone. Probably another guy, dang. Good looking as she was, there was no way she wasn't already taken. What kind of guy scored a girl like that? Probably the rich-ass CEO of an IT company or something. It's 22? So it's hotter than 17. Hello? Why am I so cold? Actually, it's not that bad. I was just like, yeah, I could put socks on. Crouching down to tie off the trash bag, he continued gazing wistfully at the girl. Then he noticed something peculiar. She was carrying a briefcase, the kind businessmen might use. It was a large case, apparently so heavy that she was struggling to hold it despite using both hands. Okay, so we have two options. You've reached the decision point. Let's have Archie not approach Hitomi. Okay. What kind of person makes a young lady lug around something heavy like that? Archie figured he'd offer to carry it for her. But first, I gotta dump this trash. He looked around to see if there was a garbage bin nearby. Okay, we will look around first. But first I gotta dump this trash. Looked around to see if there was a garbage bin nearby. Now Archie won't approach Hitomi, which means he will avoid being arrested by Kano. At the same time, Kano's fate will also change. And he will no longer wind up at a bad end. So let's switch back to Kano's story using the time chart. Press triangle to open it. Time chart. Oh, hell yeah. This is the time chart. It shows the protagonist's progression. Through the story, decision points are marked with Kano's fate has changed based on Archie's actions. Select Kano's 1030 block, then press X. Okay. 1030. Okay. I suppose you could call it that. Kano gave a wry chuckle at his partner's lack of shame. There he is. Kuze's voice chirped suddenly through Kano's earpiece. Oh, hello? The man in the black coat. He's not Japanese, looks to be in his early 30s. Previously, Archie got mixed up with Kano and the police, but now another man has appeared instead. By changing what Archie did, you also changed Kano's story. A foreign man had emerged from the crowd about 15 feet from where Hitomi was standing. He made his way toward her, his expression blank. Tag yourself, you're the foreigner. Surely there'd be a lot more foreigners around Shibuya than just this dude. Because it's a pretty big tourist spot as well, though. Especially Hachiko. He's a creep, I take it back. I don't know, I mean... can't remember. It's been... I went to Japan like over a decade ago, so I remember nothing. He didn't match the description Hitomi had given them, but Kano felt a jolt of nerves all the same. Maybe the kidnapper was using an accomplice to snatch the ransom payment. Alright, Sasayama raised an eyebrow. This may be our guy. This was it. Kano swallowed the lump in his throat. He bent his knees, ready for action. Blood rushed to his leg muscles, bandishing the stiffness that had begun to take hold. Was this the culprit? Or perhaps the stranger took a hold of the briefcase? I'm not saying the word, I can't remember how it's pronounced. It was him! En masse, the detectives began to close in. Let's go, Kano. On it. Sasayama and Kano leapt into action. But they never expected what happened next. With the case clutched in both arms, the man veered suddenly, running right toward them. Hello? What? What happened? Kano's story has suddenly hit a keep out. Keep out refers to a point in the story where your progress is currently stopped. In order to advance beyond a keep out, you need to jump from another protagonist's story. At 10:30, Archie has the text. Young man in a suit set as red keywords. Checking these red keywords will allow you to jump from Archie's story back to Kano's. Now head back to Archie's story and keep an eye out for that key phrase. Okay. Try following the story from Archie at 10:30. Approach the girl. Okay. Okay, so I guess... Okay. So do we select this one again, I guess? First I gotta dump this trash. He looked around to see if there was a garbage bin nearby. Huh? A man had come up beside the girl. He was dressed in black and he wasn't Japanese. He looked like they were having a conversation. The girl nodded tensely at something the man said. Archie stared. Something tells me that's not her boyfriend. I like how you can see the detectives in the background. The girl handed the briefcase over to the man. He took a hold of it with his right hand and began walking briskly away. Whoa. Here they fucking come. A nearby homeless man suddenly leapt over Archie and broke into a run as if he'd been waiting for this very moment. Yuji Sasayama, a detective with the Shibuya precinct, known as the cosplay detective, due to the strange outfits he wears while on stakeouts, he's partnered with Shinya Kano for the kidnapping investigation. That's funny. Spinning alongside him was a young man in a suit. Some words in the text appear in red. Red text denotes important keywords that let you jump between protagonists. Okay, so that's the phrase we're looking for. This allows you to shift between characters in specific points. These can also allow you to clear out or keep out in another character's story and lead you to read on. If you come across red text, press square to underline it. Yep. A window will appear allowing you to jump from one of the protagonists to another. At that point, then press X to continue the other character's story after the keep out. Give it a try. Hell yeah, let's jump! By performing a jump from this screen, you can advance another protagonist story past the keep out, press X to confirm, and jump over to Kano's story. Nice. They're being a bit rude to foreigners. Let's go, Kano. On it. Sasayama and Kano leapt into action. You did it! Jump successful. In 428, you will often need to jump to get past another character's keep out. Jump from red keywords to clear a keep out. Keep this in mind as you advance through the story. Okay, there won't be any more tutorial messages for a while. If you get stuck somewhere, try changing protagonists or making different decisions to advance. You can now use the time chart and the main menu. From the main menu, you can access gameplay explanations and adjust settings. Press triangle to open the time chart and options to open the main menu. Hell yeah. Sasayama and Kano leapt into action, but they never expected what happened next. Someone fill me in. Is this dude someone who can jump into somebody's body, or is it just playing two different characters? We are playing two different characters. We are jumping between their stories and changing their actions. But, like, if you change someone's actions in their story, the outcome will likely affect the other person's story. So, in the first route, in the first thing we did, was these two detectives arrested the other kid that we're playing as. So then we went into the kid's story and made the kid do something else. I say kid, I don't know how old he is. He seems quite young. Like, you know, maybe 18 or something. I don't know. He seems very young. So we made him not approach the girl that they were staking out as like a ransom payment exchange thing. So they arrested the other person. So then we went to that person's story and made him not approach her. Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm very intrigued by the gameplay. It's really cool so far. They never expected what happened next. With the case clutched in both arms, the man suddenly veered, running right toward them. What? Catching sight of the two detectives, the suspect staggered to a halt, then bolted off in a new direction. Oh, there's the fucking banana! Kano whipped up his costume, glasses, and followed in hot pursuit. At the crosswalk, the signal changed to red. Crosswalk, the signal changed to red, and the flow of foot traffic abruptly halted. Just as quickly, hundreds of cars lurched back into motion. Banana, what does it mean? There was no escape for the culprit now. Or so it appeared. The converging cops slowed their pace, confident that the man was cornered. Then the foreigner barreled straight into the intersection, dodging between the oncoming cars without any hesitation. The mob of detectives came to a halt, not eager to rush their deaths along with him. Kano, however, remained in hot pursuit, charging into the traffic at the crossing. Kano, are you crazy? Come back! Kano heard Sasayama shouting, but his feet kept carrying him onward. Oh no. With shouts and sirens echoing all around him, Kano closed in on the foreigner. Just a little closer. Just a little closer and he'll be in tackling range. He leaned forward, preparing to pounce, his eyes fixed on the culprit's feet. It was now or never. Kano, back off. Don't take him down. It was Kuze, shouting through Kano's earpiece. Huh? Kano hesitated in surprise. Had he really just been ordered not to apprehend the criminal? I'll let him go for now. The real perp is someplace else. Wait, there's another one? Perp is a police... We've fucking said perp so many times and now they tell us that perp means perpetrator. Did you guys know that? Here, Kuze is referring to the fact that the principal offender in this case must be elsewhere. What had happened to the plan? He'd been told all personnel was to secure the area ASAP. Didn't HQ warn them to catch the perpetrator? Arrest team. Police team dedicated exclusively with the task to apprehend the criminal. While the kidnapping case is in progress, the roles of officers involved are carefully designated so that every officer is ready to take immediate action as the situation develops. Typically, tried and true veteran MPD officers are put in charge of teams for breaking into buildings or apprehending the suspect. Arrest teams stay on the foreigner's tail. Forensics team led by the MPD to handle the actual tests and techniques of on-scene investigation, such as collecting and comparing fingerprints and analyzing photos of suspects. Forensics team get busy cross-referencing photos. Even if this foreigner was only an underling hired for this one task, the police now tip their hand that they'd been lying in wait. If they didn't lock things down now and get more info on the kidnapper, a girl's life might be at stake. Kano recalled another maxim from his... We're really saying it again? From his diary. Always assume a worst case scenario. If Kuze had told him to let this guy go, that implied that he was counting on the team that was now in position. But if the crook had planned a way to break through the police dragnet and escaped with the ransom, and he succeeded, what was the right call here? Should he take this guy down or back off after all? Letting the perp escape now is too big of a risk. He had to catch this guy ASAP. Let the other officers chase the guy. Kano had his own job to do. Okay, well I reckon we should let the officers do their own job because I am a good boy and will do my job. Kuze's instructions had been clear. Let the other officers chase after the guy. Kano had his own job to do. He broke off his pursuit, pointing the next wave of detectives in the direction of the foreigner. The foreigner had fled. Kano had almost gotten close enough to get a good look at the guy's face, but if Kuze had ordered him to let the guy go, well, his boss should know what he was doing. The perp was someone else's problem now. He had just ceased his pursuit when Kuze's panicked voice sounded shrill in his ear. Eep, someone's taken Hitomi. No! Kano recognized Kuze's trademark squawking immediately. The subject is male. He appears to be carrying a gun. He's fleeing in the direction of Meiji-dori. What? Kano could hardly believe it. Hitomi had been kidnapped? Had she been abducted by whoever had taken Maria? But why? Someone must have been waiting for the moment when the police took her eyes off her. Something's very wrong here. What in the world is going on? Kano hurried to search for the man who'd taken Hitomi. If he was heading towards Meiji-dori, there was a good chance he'd gone down one of the alleyways nearby. After darting through the side streets, he spotted a different man, another foreigner, crossing an intersection a few dozen meters ahead. The man was dressed in black, just like the guy who grabbed the ransom money. Kuze's right, the kidnapper wasn't acting alone. But wait, something was amiss. Hitomi isn't with him. Where is she? Kano skidded around the corner, then stopped short. Oh god, it is him. I was like, nah, it's probably not him. Like, he's fucking carrying a briefcase. The other guy had the briefcase, didn't he? I don't know. Man in black was standing there, pointing a gun at him. Before Kano could react, the man fired. Oh fuck, did we die? Was it the wrong choice to stop the pursuit? Kano felt hot all over, as if he were on fire. All except for his cheek, pressed against the asphalt, and the palms of his hands, they felt so cold. There was nothing he could do. Nothing that is except lie there and watch as his killer turned and walked away. Guess we'll find out, yeah. Bad end. Shot by a foreigner. By trying to find the man who'd taken Hitomi, Kano ran into a different criminal, and unfortunately for him, he got shot. If the criminal hadn't been able to get near Hitomi, she probably wouldn't have been taken. Have Achi make the choice to talk to Hitomi instead at 10:35. Hello? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I fucking died. Whoa. Okay, so we've read this. Seemingly from everywhere, a whole bunch of other guys burst into motion. The first one, and then another, a third, a fourth, a fifth, over a dozen now. What the heck? Clearly something big was going down. They were after the, were they after the briefcase? I feel like deaths aren't really a bad thing in this. Yeah, I don't think so. Within moments, Archie lost sight of them all through the crowd. With that many people chasing him, the guy with the case was sure to get caught. But wait, what about that girl? Archie turned back around. The girl was still there. She was staring in the direction the man who'd... Sorry. The man who'd taken the case had gone, a worried expression on her face. Archie couldn't shake the feeling that something was very, very wrong. Maybe he should talk to her and ask what was going on. Another crazy day in Shibuya. Another crazy day in Shibuya. They had to be shooting a scene for a film on location. It probably would be a mistake to intrude. Okay. Archie couldn't shake the feeling that something was very, very wrong. Maybe he should talk to her and ask what was going on. Oh my god, actually Manny! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome everyone! Not your raid, it's actually Manny's. How you guys? How you doing? Yes, welcome everyone. We get a shout out for Manny, please. Final Fantasy 14, how are you going? What did you do? What did you do in Final Fantasy? I hope you had a good stream. I really love that cat emote. That's really cute. Is the other one an alpaca? It looks like one. Yeah, welcome. Welcome everyone. We are playing 428 Shibuya Scramble. It's a kind of a visual novel where we're switching between two characters and making decisions that impact the other character. It's really interesting so far. Alright. Actually couldn't shake the feeling that something was very, very wrong. Maybe he should talk to her and ask what was going on. Getting close to the next expansion, so many feels. Aww. I hope you're having fun. Definitely looks like a fun game. I haven't gotten very far into it, but the end game and raids and stuff look really fun. I just need to get off my ass and start leveling again one day. Alright. But just as he was making up his mind, a middle-aged man in a ratty business suit shuffled awkwardly over to her first. Was there something wrong with one of his legs? He was using a cane to walk. Then, one of his hands slipped into his jacket pocket. Archie could scarcely believe his eyes. Oh no. A revolver? Cold Detective Specialist. .38 caliber revolver introduced in 1927. I don't need to fucking read about that. It's a gun. Suddenly, a young man came running through the crowd. Seeing him, the man with the cane turned on his heel and vanished in the scramble. Something big was going down. What is all this? The young man who was closing in on the girl, his expression grim. That guy's up to no good. Archie sprang into motion. Yeah. Oh no. The llama is from My Time in Portia, actually. Oh, it's a llama. Llamas and alpacas are kind of similar, but yes. I love llamas. They're very cute. Yeah. Leaping high, Archie delivered a flying kick right between the man's shoulder blades. The guy went down, but recovered surprisingly fast, spinning back to his feet to grapple with Archie. What the hell is your problem? What the hell is your problem, man? Archie snapped. The two stood staring at each other. The two stood staring each other down as the crowd swirled around them. Well, let go of me. You let go of me first. After you let go of me, sure. You first, pal. Don't you call me pal, man. Don't call me man, pal. Neither man was willing to yield. Everyone's just looking. The crowd had parted to avoid the scuffle. Passers-by were staring at from all sides. I'm not your buddy, guy. Well, crap. Archie got a sudden sinking feeling. What the hell am I even doing? Jumped in over my head as usual. His anger melted away. He loosened his grip. Without further argument, the other man let go of Archie's jacket. Turning quickly away, the stranger hurried over to the statue of Hachiko, where he dropped to his knees, dejected. The girl who'd been standing there was nowhere to be seen. Maybe this was the guy she'd been waiting on. The guy was clearly upset that she was missing. Archie actually kind of felt bad for him. He decided it would be wise to leave while the guy's attention was elsewhere. Ooh. He hurried back along the road to his house. The wind had gone out of his sails and he didn't feel much like cleaning up trash anymore. Oh well, guess I'll read some manga and go to bed. Better play it safe before the day got any worse. How was that a bad end? What happened? Tussle with a stranger. Did the girl still get kidnapped? Archie's interference with the young man, it was Kano, disrupted the detective's sting. If Archie hadn't acted on impulse when he saw Kano heading for Hitomi, things might have gone differently. But how can you make sure Kano doesn't return to the scramble and startle Archie? The key lies further along in Kano's story. Okay. So, where did Kano come from if he didn't run off with the perpetrator? Do we start off here? So I guess we don't follow? No, I guess we do. No. Because if we go back, it's gonna be like, oh no, she got kidnapped. And then I don't understand the order of things here. Because yeah, on Kano's story, when we ran off, we were chasing the guy in the trench coat or whatever. The guy in the big coat. We were chasing him. And then we got the call to be like, oh no, Hitomi has been kidnapped. So we're like, oh no, we will back off and then go save Hitomi. And then we get shot. And then in Achi's side, it's like, you should approach Hitomi. And so we approach her. Meanwhile, the guy in the coat has run off and he's like, must be a movie. But yeah, no, we go and approach the girl. So I don't know what we're meant to do next. But then Kano is back. So maybe in the Kano one, we need to start from the beginning. How do you know if things have changed in it? Let's quickly skip through this. They said that there was a button to skip things, but I can't remember what it was. So that's the foreigner that we chased down. I don't remember what they said that made you skip. Ooh, controls. That's not what I wanted. Autoplay. Hold for speed up. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I don't know. So Kano's running for the dude. Yeah, I don't know, because Kano's run off. But he comes back? Maybe we do need to just keep going. I guess if we keep going, then Kano wouldn't interfere. Okay, we'll try making Kano keep going and chasing. I can always check the bad end hint again. Do you think it said something that I missed? Okay, we will chase him now. We'll try that. Letting the perp escape now is too big of a risk. He had to catch the guy ASAP. The man darted down a narrow alleyway. Kano ran faster. The man sprinted through the side streets. Evidently, he knew his way around Shibuya pretty well. He noticed two people over by a trash pile. At first, they appeared to be a young couple. Then, looking more closely, he realized that the girl was Hitomi. Hello? Mr. Kuze, I've located Hitomi Osawa. The couple took off running, the rough-looking guy dragging Hitomi by the hand. Okay, so this is the kidnapping, but it looks like he's just running with her. Okay, interesting. The rough-looking guy dragging Hitomi by the hand. She's with a man in his 20s. Oh, he's in his 20s, really? It looks like she's been led away against her will. Clarify, please, Kuze demanded. What's going on? I'm not sure. Was this guy a member of some criminal group? He looked like the two were running away from something. Alright, we'll handle the foreigner. You go after Hitomi. Got it. Kano sprang into action. Stop right there. The young man glanced back at Kano. Rather than stopping, he picked up speed, continuing to drag Hitomi along with him. He didn't seem quite able to keep up. Kano knew he could catch them. He tried to close the distance in a sprint. After a short distance, the young man stopped, realizing he couldn't outrun his pursuer. Shielding Hitomi behind him, he glowered at Kano. Why did you run off? Kano demanded. Because you were chasing us. A blatant lie. People didn't just bolt like that without good reason. The young tough stared, edging away. Keeping Hitomi behind him, Kano followed. Look, just let the girl go. The guy glanced back at Hitomi. She shook her head carefully, fearfully. Maybe this troublemaker had warned her to keep her mouth shut? You've got this, Kano. Just don't let them out of your sight. Gah! A sudden blow to the top of his head left him staggering. Who? Who did this? His eyes spun as he reeled with vertigo. Oh no. There was a flapping sound and a vague black shape wheeled above him. Was that a crow? It was the last thing Kano saw before his vision went dark. Bad ending. What was that crow? It seems we can't really, like, do anything to prevent these endings so far. It looks like we just have to get an ending and then switch to the other person. And then get an ending, then switch to another person, if that makes sense. In the midst of chasing the man who snatched the briefcase, Kano happened across Hitomi and Archie. While confronting them, he suffered a blow to the head and was knocked out cold, but Archie only came this way because he thought it was the quickest way to escape with Hitomi. If he'd gone for the police box instead, things might have gone differently. The key is what Archie does at 10:30. I guess maybe we don't need to read the hints. I feel like they, like, kind of give away what you have to do, even though it's kind of obvious that we just have to go into the other guy's things. Wonder if we're at a tutorial state still, or if it's how the game is designed. Which kind of feels bad if there's only an illusion of choice. Yeah, that's what I mean. I wonder if there's more characters though, then you kind of need to think about what you're doing in each of the characters. Okay, so we'll go to Archie. The girl is still there, staring at the direction of the man. Okay. Hello? Yes. So I'm assuming Singer's the other guy didn't back down or come back. I don't know. I'm still confused how things have changed, if that makes sense. With a single fluid motion, the man lifted up the gun and pointed it at the girl's direction. He was aiming right for her head. Oh no. Huh? The girl had noticed the man with the cane now. Seeing the gun pointed right at her, she froze in fear. Archie didn't hesitate. Breaking into full run, he tackled the gunman with all of his might. Caught off guard, the man sprawled to the pavement. But the would-be assassin kept a hold of his weapon and quickly scrabbled back to his feet. Archie knew he had to act fast. He grabbed the ashen-faced girl by the arm and attempted to drag her away. This way, he shouted. She just stared at him, uncomprehending, trembling like a startled animal. Come on, run. Finally, the girl snapped out of her daze and gave a fearful nod. The police box. Yeah, let's go. Still pulling the girl by the hand, Archie headed for the police box outside the train station. But it was empty. There was always policemen staffing these things. Why did it have to be unmanned now? Archie flashed a worried glance behind him and he saw the assassin in pursuit like a man possessed. Yikes, this is not good. There was nothing they could do but run. With the frightened girl in tow, Archie ran beneath the JR Yamanote line railway overpass. Let's read about it. A railway loop that serves the Tokyo metropolis. Typically, the morning rush is quite intense, with this stretch from Ueno Station to Okachimachi Station. Sometimes crowded as high as 216% capacity. Roughly 300 people riding in a space designated for 143 passengers. Unrelated to the Yamate Line subway that operates in the city of Kobe. Okay. Don't worry, just trust me, he told her. Archie needs himself a gun. Archie with a gun, what will he do? But first, they sped past the convenience store where the employee was cleaning up the sidewalk. Here, take this, will ya? Archie tossed over the bag of trash. Oh, wait, what? This way, they slipped through the crowd and into a nearby back alley. But this way's a dead end, the girl said breathlessly. Like I said, just trust me. Stopping abruptly, Archie kicked down a wooden plank covering a gap between two buildings, clearing a space that a person could fit through. See, we can get through here. In you go. But the girl just stood there looking terrified. What's the matter? Archie asked. Come on, we gotta hurry. But She looked at him as if he too were about to pull a gun on her. He could hardly blame her. After all, he was just some random guy who had turned up out of nowhere. But this was no time for dawdling. The man with the cane appeared at the end of the alley. He's fucking fast for a guy with a cane, though. If they just stood there, he was going to catch them. I forgot he had a cane. Okay, sweetheart, hear me out. He just said in a rush. The name's Achiendo. I live in the neighborhood, and I'm not the kind to stand idly by when a woman is being chased by some killer. So please trust me, and I'll do my best to keep you safe. He hoped the look in his eyes could convince her he was being on the level. After a painfully long moment, the girl nodded her acceptance. Phew. Right, let's start with this. They had paused beside an enormous stack of beverage crates. With a quick shove, Archie... Fucking enjoy Coca-Cola! With a quick shove, Archie knocked the whole pile down, sending it cascading across the pursuer's path. Now, that was a close call. The man with the cane was floundering, struggling to get past the fallen crates. My bad, man, Archie called out. Mind cleaning that up for me? The man scowled back at them, fumbling for his gun. Archie flashed him a wave goodbye, then slipped away between the buildings with the girl. Log lady. Hurrying down a narrow alley, they emerged to a side street lined with dive bars and clubs. Assuming the man with the cane hadn't given up, he would probably lie in wait on the path back to the main road. Archie decided their best bet was to try and stay inconspicuous rather than risk getting caught on the move. Guess we can lie low here for a little bit, he said. He led the girl to the entrance of a tiny old hostess club. She followed him reluctantly. Archie flicked the switch inside the front door, and a Shinzi? Shinzi? What word is that? Was this Taxi playing 428? Yeah. It was requested, I play it. Let's lay low at Log Lady. Have you played this before, Gunblade? It's good so far, I'm enjoying it. Okay. A chandelier glowed with life. Me and the boys going to Log Lady. He sat the girl down on a small sofa beside the counter. She gave him a worried look. Archie felt a pang of embarrassment as he realized what she must be thinking. Oh no, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not gonna try any funny business. Someone I know used to run this place. It's not in business anymore, so I figured we're safe here. Bad news, everyone. Log Lady is out of business. Sorry, everyone. I know you're all very excited to go to Log Lady. You finished it? I recall it being quite the pain in the behind. Really? Well, hopefully not. Because it's quite a long game, apparently. And if it's a pain, I'm scared now. Not gonna spoil. Yeah, don't spoil. No spoilers, please. Log lady visit cancelled. I'm sorry, everyone. It's not a business anymore, so I figured we're safe here. The girl chuckled at his evident discomfort. Alright then, she said. So, we're good? We're good. Okay, well, good. Archie made a vague attempt to straighten his disheveled clothes. So, how about some introductions? I'm Archie Endo, like I said earlier. Call me Archie. I'm Hitomi Osawa. You can call me Hitomi, I guess. With each new word out of Hitomi's mouth, Archie felt his heart sing. She was charming, personable, just about everything about her was captivating. Archie had never met another girl like her before. Archie had never met another girl like her. You don't remember the decisions? Archie? What? What? Need that, sound thing that Kate has. Isn't Hitomi a cutie? She is quite cute. Is something the matter? He was spacing out there for a bit. Archie shook his head to dispel his daze. Damn it, it's no time to get all starry-eyed. He needed to think of a way to keep her safe from the guy who was after her. Look, can you tell me what the heck's going on? Please, I need to know if I'm going to help you. Right, okay. I'm not really sure where to begin. Hitomi looked down, lost in thought. Apparently hers was a long story. Alright, she said at last. I guess I'll just explain things as they happened. Wait, hold up. Could you keep it as simple as you can? I mean, I'm not really the sharpest tool in the shed. Complicated explanations aren't exactly my strong suit. Okay, Hitomi chuckled. I'll try my best. She got comfortable and then started her story. There is an anime prequel called Kanan? A prequel to this? Really? I'm looking it up. Interesting. That's really cool. Yeah, it's got 428 on the cover and stuff. That's really cool. Have you seen the anime? You saw something mentioning Kanan, but it was confused. I feel like I've heard of that anime before. Not like canon, like canon with the K. Not like that one. But suggest you finish the game first. Okay. You've seen that before, Bumfluff? Kanan is a prequel to this? That's really weird. Yeah, I feel like I've heard of it before. Not canon, but Kanan. Yeah. I've seen like the Kyoto Animation one, the Key series. But Kanan, yeah. You've watched both. I've heard of Kanan. I had no idea it was connected to a video game. Yeah, that's so weird. We've like a lot of us have heard of it, and we're like, really? Okay. Wiki says it's 2 years after the events of this, so it's not a prequel. Okay. Interesting. Maybe it has some prequel elements to it. Maybe. So last night, somebody abducted my sister. The kidnapper demanded that I make the ransom handoff personally. He told me to stand by the statue of Hachiko in Shibuya at 10 o'clock in the morning to make the exchange. So I did. Wait, no, why is it auto doing it? No. Shit. Why was it auto playing? What did I do? No. Where is the fucking history? I don't know. Sorry. She's explaining her story. Up? Thank you! Last night somebody abducted my sister. The kidnapper demanded I make the ransom handoff personally. He told me to stand at the statue of Hachiko in Shibuya at 10 o'clock in the morning to make the exchange, so I did, and this man came by to look at the briefcase with the money, and then afterwards the other guy with the cane turned up and pointed his gun at me, and there we go. Whoa, I'm sorry, hold up for a sec. Archie had suddenly lost the thread. Wait, nope, that's the wrong button. At times like this, you can press... Hello? Maybe it auto went ahead. Skipped automatically. Yeah, it's because there is a skip thing. I think if you press circle, and I was like, okay, maybe I've just accidentally activated it. Whoa, that's funny. It taught you in a fun way. This game's whack. Okay, to reread what you've already seen. You can also press down to quickly scroll back through sections you've already read. A mark will appear in the upper left corner of the screen while you're paging back and forth like this. You can press X, reread the marked page. Okay, cool. Could you say that again, but like simpler? Huh? Sure. I'm just having trouble following is all. Ah! Tutorials aren't its strong point. Oh, I liked that. I thought that was funny. It's less tutorial and more just happening. No, I really liked that. I mean, is this the plot of some movie or soap opera? No, that's not. Or some kind of hidden camera show? This is real. It's really happening. The look on Hitomi's eyes was dead serious. She's got to be telling the truth. What would be the point of lying? And he had seen the briefcase and the gunman himself. How much was the ransom, if you don't mind me asking? Hitomi hesitated. 50 million yen, she said after a moment. Archie gave a whistle of amazement. The detectives told me that that was a typical amount for a kidnapper to ask for. It's plenty, that's for sure. I guess there's good money in that sort of thing. As soon as the words were out, he realized his blunder. Ah, sorry, I shouldn't have put it that way. He fidgeted awkwardly and Hitomi looked away. I'm an idiot, but okay, I think I get this kidnapping thing. I'm guessing those guys who chased the guy who took the ransom were undercover cops? He replayed the scene in his head. But then, the kidnapper took the briefcase and ran, right? So, if you were empty-handed, why did that guy with the cane come after you? I'm honestly not sure. Hitomi's words trailed off. It was clearly difficult for her to talk about. Anyway, we should probably get you to the police as soon as we... No, we can't do that. Hitomi's tone was resolute. I can't take this to the police. Why not? Archie waited for an answer, but none came. After a long and awkward silence, she stood up from her seat. Why? Why won't she tell the police that another person's after them? I really appreciate the help, but I should go now. She gave Archie a deep bow. Nah, hold on. What do you mean go? Go where? He hurried to intervene as she headed for the door. I don't want to cause you any more trouble. I'll figure the rest out on my own, somehow. Hey, I said, hold on. Hitomi ignored him and opened the door, and their argument came to an abrupt halt. Oh, he fucking there. Standing there was the man with the cane, his revolver in his hand. We get another bad end? To be continued. Ooh, okay. Alright, alright. Archie Endo's 10 o'clock story ends here. However, Shinya Kano still has more to do. Read along further in Kano's story. Alright. Alright. The man darted down a narrow alleyway. Oh yeah, because he saw us running, that's right. Kano ran faster. The man sprinted through the side streets. Okay, we've read. Oh no. The man shot out into a major thoroughfare and then bolted to a pedestrian bridge. Oh, that's right, because we changed the direction we were going. I guess bad ends are just the thing now. I don't think that was a bad end. Because it didn't actually say bad end. The man shot out into a major thoroughfare and bolted up a pedestrian bridge. Just where the heck was this guy heading? Halfway across the bridge, the man stopped abruptly. Cautious Kano stopped as well. Oh god. Height, roughly 190 centimeters. Age, 30s. Hair, dark brown. Clothing, all black. A moment later, the man flashed a triumphant sneer and he held the briefcase. Before Kano could even yell stop, it was already too late. And the man threw the briefcase down to the roadway below. No! Panicking, Kano peered over the railing. A man on a motorcycle was waiting beneath the bridge. What the fuck? He had been had. Kano bit his lip hard. Damn it. Kano sprinted back down the bridge, hearing the bike's engine roar to life. He had to make it in time. You've seen Bumfluff make that face before? With cheesecake? Was he looking at cheesecake? Maybe he had cheesecake for us. I would love cheesecake, man. Descending to the stairs, 4 at a time, he leapt toward the roadway, but the bike sped out of reach and roared away in the direction of Yoyogi. Sorry, Yawny, leaving Kano in his dust. Looking back at the overpass, he saw the man who'd thrown the briefcase running away. He handed the money off to someone else. He's currently on a motorcycle heading towards Yoyogi. He reported to Kuze. His report to Kuze complete, Kano slumped down in dismay. The cops had played right into the criminals' hands. Now the crooks were getting away and people's lives were in danger. Made some cheesecake the other day with a crushed shortbread cream biscuit base. Oh, where's mine? I want that. That sounds so good. You can't blame Bum for making that face for cheesecake. Now the crooks were getting away and people's lives were in danger. Was there any greater failure for a policeman? Staring off into the distance where the man who'd thrown the case had disappeared, Kano gritted his teeth. To be continued as well. Okay. What do we do now? You've finished reading both characters' story for the hour of 10 o'clock in 428. You'll make your way through all the protagonists' stories in a parallel like this. Once everyone has reached the end of a given hour, the next hour can begin. Okay. So I guess this is like the first chapter, I guess, we've done. How many hours is there? Is this a recap? No. Is this like a late trailer for the game? Banana! Banana! Oh. Is this why they chose yellow? Because it's banana. Has to mean something. Oh my god. Who are you? This is the end of the tutorial. For this part of the story, you can reread previous tutorial messages via the main menu. There's a lot of important info in there, so reread it closely. Now, 428 has reached the 11 o'clock time block. You have 5 protagonists available. Whoa! Whose story will you read first? Look. It has to be you. It has to be you. Cat-only playthrough. There's gotta be 428 bananas. You're talking about the meaning behind 428? I don't think we've found that out, if it's something that they tell us later. No spoilers. Oh my god, little mascot. Will we get to find out who's in the mascot suit? Please. It's so hot. 428 just refers to Shibuya. Okay. I kind of thought that as well. Like I thought like an area code or something. The music, I love it. Just living their best mascot life. It's so hot in this thing. Way, way too hot. I feel like I'm sitting in a sauna. Oh, everyone else on the street looks nice and cool. But here I am getting treated to my very own personal midsummer heat wave. On top of that, I can barely see, I can barely breathe for that matter, but hey, what can I do? Huff huff, pant pant, huff huff, pant pant. Oh, I'm so thirsty. And some iced tea would be amazing right now. I'm going to pass out from dehydration at this rate. May as well admit it. I underestimated how tough this would be. Who knew wearing a mascot costume could be so uncomfortable? A delicate young lady like myself has no business doing this sort of job. I suddenly have so much respect for the people in those superhero team shows. Like, can you imagine doing action scenes in something like this? Heck, all I'm doing is standing here and I'm this close to calling it quits. But I can't. I need the work, I need the money. This is no time to be a wuss. If I give up on this, what else am I possibly going to do? Check out the revolutionary new diet drink, Burning Hammer. I thrust a free sample toward passerby while shouting as loud as I can. A free portion, usually quite small, of a product given out to consumers as a sales gimmick allows them to test the quality and effect of a cosmetic or health product prior to purchase, frequently referred to as a trial size or freebie version of the product. In addition to passing out free samples on the street, some shops also include free samples with purchased products. Please note that simply taking a product without paying for it in order to test it out is theft. Don't do it. Hey Minska, how are you? Just the numbers can refer to Shibuya. Okay. Not the area code. Okay. Shibuya, Shibuya Scramble. Come on, give it a try. Just gonna lurk, don't mind me. That's cool, thank you for lurking. Enjoy your lurk. You have to pay for stuff? Oh, it's no use. People just walk by one after another. They avoid looking at the sample. It's been like this ever since I started standing here. I'd fucking take a free sample. Give me one. What gives? You'd figure at least one person would have taken a bottle by now. I mean, it's free, but I haven't managed to give away a single one. If this keeps up, there's no way I'm getting paid. And then this whole miserable experience will have all been for nothing. Just drink this and watch the pounds melt away. No exercising or dieting necessary. Actually, that's kind of sus. I don't think I'd drink that. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I understand now. Burning Hammer or crab juice. I think I'll have the crab juice. I can hear the desperation in my own voice. Just burn, 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 burn those pounds away. They're giving me cold looks now. They probably think I'm some shyster trying to offload dodgy product. It's that simple, folks. You just have to drink the weight away. I guarantee it. Heck, this whole thing reeks of a scam to me, too. In other words, it seems extremely dubious or suspicious. The word scam, referring to a type of dishonest scheme, is actually of unknown origin, and several folk etymologies have been proposed, including that it comes from a simple shortening of scandalous misdeeds. But these claims have little evidence to support them. Okay. Losing weight just by drinking some concoction is way too good to be true. But still, free is free. You'd think I'd be able to give one or two away. It's not like I'm not trying. Okay, pep talk time. You can do this. Think about the money. Just start with 1 bottle. Alright, I'm going to give this bottle away to the next person I see, no matter what. I close my eyes and gather my determination. She is filled with determination! The thing about these sorts of drinks is it makes your body sweat so you feel gross. Oh, are they a real thing? Yeah, I feel like they kind of just... Like, all the ones that are like, you know, detox tea and stuff like that, they just make it so, like, nothing stays in your body, basically, so you don't actually absorb anything. So I assume it's kind of similar to that. Skinny tea, yeah, that shit. Yeah. I assume it's similar to that. Sketchy as fuck, yeah. Fat burner drinks are real, bodybuilders and fighters take them. Okay, I didn't know that. You legit shit yourself, yeah. Yeah, that's the way you lose weight, is it's laxatives. Isn't healthy for you at all. No, none of those things are. I close my eyes and gather my determination. I just need to get started, and the momentum we build from will build from there. Alright, eyes open. There are 2 people walking in my direction. Wait, 2? Oh no, which one do I pick? If I keep waffling, they're both going to pass by me. I just need to hand this bottle off. Which one of these guys looks more likely to take it? Just eat Macca's every day and work out. Clutching the free sample in my furry fist. Try to force it off to the businessman to my left. Try to force it off to the disheveled fellow on my right. I don't know. So I feel like, because the other guy's the undercover guy. Is he gonna take it? Business dude? We'll go with the business dude. Clutching my free sample in my furry fist, I try and force it off to the businessman on my left. Here you go, sir. A free sample of Burning Hammer, the latest and greatest diet drink. Oh, he didn't take it. The businessman flashes a look of utter contempt and makes a point of avoiding me as he slips past. Bam, there goes the wind right out of my sails. I wonder how the other mascot is doing about now. And there's a sales demo happening today at 1 o'clock at Nokane building. Huh? Looks like the chicken has handed out all kinds of samples. I don't get it. How come nobody is taking mine? What could I possibly be doing wrong? I look at the clock. It's a little after 11. My morning of wandering around hawking diet drinks is just about over. I need to get ready to head over to the sales demo. I'd love to take the costume off, but then I'd have to carry it. The samples I haven't given out are almost too heavy as it is. Oh well, I might not have gotten results, but I tried my best. I sure hope they don't withhold my pay or anything. Hey, what gives? You got that many left? Aww. Oh, I like how his wing is like attached to his hand, so it moves around. The chicken speaks with a female voice. Yeah, I reply sheepishly. Nobody seems to want to take mine. Well, I mean, are you looking out for the right targets, huh? Like groups of girls or bored-looking older ladies. Those are the types you gotta be gunning for, you know. Wow, I hadn't even considered that. Now that she says it, it seems so obvious. This is a diet drink after all. Of course, I'm not gonna have any luck trying to foist it off on random guys. Well, whatever, the chicken says. Give me a sample. Here, give me the samples you've got left. I hand over my samples and the chicken dumps the whole lot into her basket. I'll drink whatever's left so they don't find out you didn't pass them out, she says. Huh? Wait, like all of them? Yeah, all of them. The chicken sounds pretty confident in herself. These may just be sample-sized bottles, still, they add up to a lot. I can feel myself on the brink of tears at the kindness of her offer. Thank you so much, that's a huge help. She gone shit. Chicken best girl. Alright. I bow deeply, which makes my mascot head wobble. Starbucks. Wow. They didn't censor Starbucks this time. Leaving the station behind, we head down Center Guy towards Nokane building? A multi-tenant office building in Udagawa-cho, located in Center Guy, Shibuya's downtown district. In addition to hosting the weight loss drink sales demo, the building is also home to foreign capital protection firm Japan Cellcom, the IT mainstay Shibuya OnNet, video game developer Shindai Treadco, and Strike Back Labs, the publisher of the monthly magazine Science Strikes Back, along with many other businesses. Are they real businesses? The Burning Hammer sales demo is going to be held there this afternoon. The job's supposed to pay 10,000 yen for the day, but if we can sell it to at least 100 bottles at the demo, they've promised another 10,000 on top of that. I need to make sure I sell those 100 bottles. I need that 20,000 yen, and I need it fast. I need it ASAP. That's $100. We stan shitting chimkins in this channel. $100 for a whole day's work. Yeah, I know. We arrive at the Nokane building, rundown multi-tenant office complex. We head to the room where the Burning Hammer sales demo is taking place. There are already about 50 seats set out. I wonder how many people in the free samples will pull in. Not many, because one of them's drinking like all of your drinks. A stage room has set up at the far end of the room. That's where I'm going to be standing, sipping Burning Hammer while explaining the effects to the customers. Hurry up and take that thing off. The chicken flaps her rings as she speaks. It's kinda early, but come on, let's have lunch. I'm starving. Now that she mentions it, I realize I'm pretty hungry myself. The demo is not starting for another 2 hours. Can't win a war against my stomach for that long. The chicken and I head to the waiting room where they've set out our lunches for us. Mind getting my back real quick? The chicken asks. She arches her back towards me. Apparently she can't reach her own zipper. Oh sure, give me a sec. I try and unzip the back of the chicken suit, but my own suit's thick fuzzy fingers have a hard time of it. What's the holdup? Come on, I'm roasting in this thing. Hurry up and get it off me. I've almost got it. It's just awkward with these mitts. Finally, I got a hold of the zipper and yank it downward. A girl emerges from the chicken as if the chicken itself were an egg. Whew, I'm alive. Her red sweatshirt is drenched in sweat. Almost at once, she's kicking back and cooling off with a hand fan. Sorry, but would you mind getting me too, I ask? Yeah, okay. Turn my back to the girl. I hear metal clacking behind me. At long last, I'm about to be free of this 5-ton fursuit. Huh? The girl murmurs awkwardly. What? A spike of anxiety hits me. What's wrong, I ask. The animation. Yeah, that's a no-go. Zipper's busted. What? Yeah, sorry, this thing ain't coming off. What? My vision goes dark. No, no, no. I tug desperately at the costume, but no luck. I'm trapped inside. Oh, what the crap? Well, we can talk to the boss about it when he gets back, the girl says. I mean, it's not like we can just cut it off you with scissors or anything. He sounds entirely unconcerned. It's so unfair. I need to get out of this sweltering steam bath as soon as possible. All I can do is clench my fist at impotent rage. But anyway, good work out there today, the girl continues. I'm Chiriko Osugi, by the way. You can just call me Chiri. She smiles as she introduces herself. I mean, I'm a pretty cheery gal after all. She breaks into a hearty guffaw. Need some of that WD-40. Imprisoned. You want that plush on the table? What is it? What's it meant to be? Oh sure, I say it's nice to meet you. Yeah, for sure. So I guess you're not gonna be able to eat lunch with that getup, huh? Huh? Oh, it's right, what should I do? Don't sweat it, just leave it to me. Huh? I'll eat both lunches myself. Cheery doesn't even wait for me to reply before reaching for my lunch. It'd be a shame to let it go to waste, she says. She makes it sound like the leftover food is a bigger concern than my hunger. I can feel my appetite stirring all the more as she devours my meal with a satisfied grin on her face. A tadpole maybe, not really sure, it could just be a pop of monster plush. I was gonna say tadpole, but it also has cat ears. You want to eat both lunched and drink shid tea. A faint pathetic gurgle rises from my belly. Just a cheap little pre-packaged box lunch, but right now it looks like a feast. So what's your name? Cheery asks. Her cheeks are packed with rice. My name? Yeah. Oh, it's As I struggle to think of an answer, my eyes alight on the piece of tamagoyaki clutched between Cheery's chopsticks. I want to eat it. The yellow slab of lightly grilled egg wobbles to and fro. I can see the insides from the way it's been sliced. It looks somewhat undercooked. I don't really want it if it's undercooked. Come on, what's your name? Oh, right, Tama. It's Tama. Oh, you mean like the famous cat? Well, ain't that fitting? Cheery chortles and stuffs a piece of tamagoyaki into her mouth, then takes a big swig of iced tea. It looks so good. It's your favorite? I'm beyond jealous. I wish I could gorge myself on these lunchboxes until I'm full to bursting. Heck, even a cold glass of iced tea would be a lifesaver right now. I'm so thirsty, I'm starting to get all dizzy. Maybe I really am getting dehydrated. This isn't good. If I don't do something, I'm going to pass out before the sales demo even starts. And then I remember something. The zipper down my back may be busted, but I can still take the head off, right? That way, at least I'll be able to eat and drink stuff. Alright. I decide to... Oh god, we had 3 options. Grab the head in both hands and yank it upward with all my might. Rock my head back and forth, good and hard. Ask Cheery to assist me. Sorry, would you mind helping me pull my head off? Turns out she is a cat. Dot Amasagi teriyaki. Okay. I feel like Cheery's gonna be a jerk. And that sounds dangerous, but also, I don't know. Let's try A. Decide to grab the head in both hands and yank it upward with all my might. Oh no. Oh, come on. No matter how hard I pull it, it won't come off. Ow. Dull pain throbs in the back of my head. Did I smack it against something at some point? Cheery flashes me a curious look. What are you doing? She asks. I thought maybe I could at least get the head off. Try pulling again, refusing to give up. That ain't gonna work. The thing's attached to the body. I slump forward in defeat, face planting on the tabletop. No! Most folk would have noticed that when they put it on, you know. Well, I didn't. The boss helped me get into this thing. Well, don't let your guard down, Cheery says. Here, drink some of this. She pulls a bottle with a straw from her bag and pours some of the tea into it. Ah. In a fever of thirst, I jam the plastic straw through the mascot's costume's mouth. Thankfully, it reaches as far as my own. I suck for all I'm worth. I suck, and I suck, and I suck. My body rejoices as the moisture returns to it like a rain coming to the desert. And thus, I revive. Is that shid tea? I don't know. I hope not. Actually, it kind of does feel like I'm coming back to life. Oh, thank you so much. I'm never going to forget this as long as I live. With tears welling up in my eyes, I clutch Cheery's hand with my fuzzy mitts. Oh, hey, I'm not the kind of person to abandon someone in need, you know, she replies. An embarrassed grin crosses her face. How come you're carrying this bottle around with you anyway, I ask. Oh, that? It's because I make my own protein juice. In Japan, the word protein is frequently used to refer a powdered health food supplement that contains vitamins and minerals as well as protein component. I'm pretty sure that's what we call it here too. It's dissolved in milk or another liquid to create a drink. A protein diet typically involves drinking a glass of this in place of a meal. Drinking it in place of tea would absurdly lead to weight gain. Protein juice. Never heard of it. Soya Max. Fiber G. I heard that if you have protein juice for one of your 3 meals a day, you lose weight. But yeah, I kind of need to keep it. And given Chiri's sort of, well, chubby frame, I don't think the protein's been working so great for her. I've been trying all sorts of stuff, but right now, protein is totally the best thing for my diet. This stuff, though. Chiri casts her eye at the samples of burning hammer on the table. It's like, totally bogus. Huh? Bogus? That's a surprise. Well, yeah, Chiri says. You've got to exercise if you want to burn body fat. Best way to burn body fat is to engage in steady, low-intensity aerobics exercises. After roughly 20 minutes of such exercise, the body burns through its available blood sugar and the brain sends signals to have fat brought into the bloodstream. This is how fat is burned. An aerobic exercise which leaves you panting and breathless is not effective. Okay. You gotta exercise if you want to burn body fat. She smacks herself on one flabby arm. I mean, there's no way you're gonna lose weight by taking in more calories. Huh, didn't she just say she was drinking protein juice to lose weight? I keep that thought to myself. I mean, that'd be ridiculous as all you can eat Kobe beef, she adds. She shakes her head seriously. I'm not sure about using all you can eat anything as an example in a discussion about weight loss. But again, I keep the thought to myself. But hey, a job's a job, Chiri says, after a moment, perking up again. They tell me to sell this junk, I'll sell it. Surprisingly educational. Sock. You feel like clipping it? You can clip it. Don't diss chicken girl, she is fluffy, not chubby. Sudden wailing comes from the other side of the door. Please, just give me time. I swear I'll get it back to you. What the heck? Chiri says. Is that the boss? I nod. That's definitely Mr. Yanagishita? That's definitely Mr. Yanagishita's voice. He's the guy who hired me. Sliding up sidling up alongside Chiri. I very quietly open the door and take a peek inside. Gonna have to find the catsuit. Mr. Yanagishita is down on his hands and knees begging two white, uncouth-looking men, while two uncouth-looking men glare at him. Just a little more time, that's all I ask, he pleads. Once I sell this stuff, I can pay you back. I see a tiny bottle of burning hammer in his hand. Just a little more, mimics the middle-aged fellow. I just gotta sell this, we've heard enough of that out of you. Yeah, the young guy sneers. We ain't giving you any more time, so quit asking. But I really just need a little longer this time. Please, you gotta believe me. How can you not see that mascot head peeking out? Why is Toki threatening someone? There was actually Toki earlier in the game. There was Toki earlier in the game. From the look of things, Mr. Yanagishita is dealing with some loan sharks. It seems obvious that this time refers to toothy predators of the deep, but the word shark in this case actually has its origins in older Germanic word meaning parasite or someone who preys on others. The same word gave rise to the term pool shark and card shark. In the case of loan sharks, though, the initial mental image seems quite appropriate. The two thugs are clearly in no mood for his continued groveling. That is awesome. Chiri and I exchange a glance that is probably best if we don't go out there right now. But now I'm really worried. Am I actually going to get paid for this gig? Cat mascot lurking, what will she do? I feel like that the noise in the background has been in another game we've played. Or I have played in the past. Just like that build up every now and then. Same with the cat head on the bottom and Chiri on top, yeah. As I'm pondering that, one of the men grabs Yanagishita by the nape of the neck and drags him to his feet. Come with us, pal. We'll take you someplace you can work off your debts. Say what? Mr. Nagashita wails. The two men drag him away. Huh, guess he's gone then, Chiri says. She's already starting to pack up her things. Wait, what are you doing, I ask? Going home, not much point sticking around. Going home? I mean, the demo sure ain't happening now. Anyway, it was nice working with you, see ya. Moments later, Chiri is out the door. Now, what do I do? I've been left here all by myself. More or less at a total loss. How will they get out of the suit? No, we got a bad end. Shift's over. Our poor feline friend isn't going to get paid now that those debt collectors showed up and dragged her boss away. If a certain someone hadn't told the thugs how to get to the Nokane building, they probably wouldn't have caught Nagashita. The right decision happens at 11:15, but who has to make it? Okay, so I guess we have to find who tells them that. Bad end because you didn't pick the guy on the right. No, I hope not. 5 characters now. It's going to take a bit to work out. This is interesting though. Yeah, it definitely is. Okay. Let's go with Midorikawa. Okay, so the Archie and Kano are the ones we first started out with, so we'll probably do another character. Osawa or Midorikawa? Go on, sorry. Okay, bad ending. I wonder what happens if we do this second choice. We can have a look. When you see that scene happening, you're gonna be like, oh fuck, yeah, exactly. Okay, let's try and give it to this person. Clutching the free sample in my furry fist, I try and force it off to the disheveled fellow on my right. To my surprise, he takes it. Whoa! Huh? What's this? He asks, lifting an eyebrow as he looks at the bottle. I flap my fuzzy arms and strike a cute pose as I launch into the product pitch. It's Burning Hammer, the #1 diet drink. Please give it a try. No thanks, the man says. I'm good. I keep my arms held wide open and pretend I didn't hear that. Look, he says, I'm in a hurry. You should give this to someone else. He tries to hand the sample back to me, but I hold my ground. For a few moments, we're at a silent impasse. Maybe he's weirded out by my cat alter ego holding its freeze frame pose, because eventually he looks away, slips the bottle into his pocket, and walks off. I did it. I finally got someone to take one. But there are still so many samples left. My brief surge of excitement dies before I can even fully take hold. I wonder how the other mascot is doing about now. Okay, and then I assume the sun doesn't actually do anything else. Yeah. Okay, it seems to be just the same from then on. Because that option didn't seem to... Maybe it sets up something in the future. Maybe it sets up something with the other guy. Do the skip function. I don't know how to do the skip. I don't know how to skip properly. There's only autoplay. If it does and you don't proceed, it'll give you a hint. It's faster just to hold it down. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just all the same. I don't think anything changed by doing that. Yeah, I'm just speeding up. But yeah, it doesn't look like anything's different. Yeah, it's not that fast. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's all the same. Because unless it affected another person, it seemed very much not needed. Okay, well how about we start Let's start Midorikawa. The Super Club 90. Motorcycle. Okay. Race down Route 246 towards Shibuya. The speedometer remained at a steady 60 kilometers per hour. Pumping the gas harder was no use. This was as fast as the bike would go. Sorry. I keep yawning. I'm probably gonna have to... Probably after this one, I'll go to bed. Minorikawa shouted as he sped along. Damn it, I am not letting you die. He jerked the handlebars and blew past a truck. Actually, I probably should have called it before I started this because I've already been going over 3 hours. He jerked the handlebars and blew past a truck on the inside. The driver scowled at him as he shot by. You maniac, you trying to get yourself killed? Just the opposite, Minorikawa shouted back. I'm saving lives. The stoplight ahead turned red, cutting him off at an intersection. Oh, come on. He had no choice but to slam on the brakes. Not the taxi. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I had another yawn. I had to wake up early. Thank you for the pets. I had to wake up early and I went to bed really late. And then I napped after being up early. Where's my drink? I slept again, but then, I don't know, just broken sleep makes you tired. No, you're good job streaming. Thank you. Thank you for the wet sponsor. Now you're yawning. I'm sorry, Danny-kun. He had no choice but to slam on the brakes, but his agitation boiled over as he waited for the signal to change again. How long's this thing gonna stay red? Hurry up already. He brought the bike right up to the very edge of the line, keeping the engine revved like a dragster ready to peel out. Not on time is not in my dictionary. The light turned red. Then Midorikawa's own light turned green at last. He hit the accelerator as hard as he could. His engine died with a sputter. Huh? Oh, come on, what the hell? Car horns blared angrily behind him. In a fury, he pulled his bike over to the side of the road. No matter what he said, the engine refused to turn over. Was the problem with the spark plug, or maybe the battery? Whatever it was, he didn't have time to figure it out now. With tears in his eyes, he left the bike, his companion of 10 years, abandoned on the roadside. No! He was about to break into a run when he saw a taxi dead. A dead taxi? Hello? Hello? Saw a taxi dead ahead, letting out a passenger. He hurried to hop into the cab. Just head for Shibuya station. I'll let you know exactly where once we get closer. The taxi driver nodded coolly. Of course, sir. 10 minutes. I need you to get me there in 10 minutes, the driver grimaced. I'm afraid getting there in 10 minutes is a bit... 15 then. So that's still... Look, that's all the time I can afford. Assuming traffic conditions cooperate, sir, then maybe. I can't make any promises. Minorikawa looked at the driver's ID photo above the fare meter. His name was Hachiro Kimizuka. He was a middle-aged fellow, looked a little rough around the edges. Mr. Kimizuka, I chose you for this. You can do it. Chose me? Sir, I'm pretty certain we met by chance. Okay, sure, I suppose you could phrase it that way. Anyhow, can we get going? Right, Kimizuka said with a faint sigh. I'll see what I can do. The taxi pulled away at a decent clip. Is the cab company King Kong Cabs? I think that's what it said. Minorikawa's frantic journey had started 20 minutes earlier. He'd been at home working on an interview piece. He clutched his tongue in annoyance. Clucked his tongue in annoyance as the ringing phone broke his train of thought. Why did someone always call while words were flowing? If he didn't keep getting interrupted, he probably could wrap this piece up in no time. Be quiet, he pointed at the telephone as he yelled. I'm writing here. But his shouting did nothing to silence the ringing. He didn't have much choice but to pick it up. Minorikawa speaking. There was no response. Hello? He hesitated, ready to hang up. Was this a prank call? It's me. It's Toyama? It was, Teruo Toyama, the president of Heaven Publishing. Publishing company that puts out both hard-hitting non-fiction books and tabloid-style scandal rags. The invincible journalist penned by company president Toyama himself was a candidate for the Japan Non-Fiction Prize. Oh, what do you want? If this is about work, I'm already booked pretty full. He'd taken work from Heaven Publishing on several occasions, but the pay was hardly competitive. Lately, he'd been turning them down for a lot. He hadn't heard from Toyama in a while. He's rushing for a deadline. Yeah, seems it. No, this isn't work-related. Then, what do you want? I'm kind of pressed for time here, working on some copy. Minorikawa was in no mood to beat around the bush. It seemed like every conversation he had with Toyama went like this. Ah, you're busy. That's good. Busy's good when you're a freelancer. Toyama sounded unusually sympathetic. Minorikawa found it off-putting. I hear sales have been good on your end, he said cautiously. With this month a 4-star general gossip and all. Oh. 4-star general gossip, a magazine focused on the private lives of celebrities and politicians. Most of the articles found in its pages are random nonsense, but 1 out of every 100 or so contain an actual major scoop, making it a difficult outlet to ignore. 4-Star General Gossip was a monthly magazine, Heaven Publishing's flagship publication. It had a small circulation and for the most part flew under the radar, but once in a while they'd land some big scoop and sell like crazy. It fucking just said that in the other one, just worded differently. This month's edition had come with a free scratch card, a gimmick that had moved 100,000 copies with ease. 5 winning symbols in a row wins 100,000 yen, was it? Minorikawa asked. A weak, moist sound came through the receiver. Baffled, Minorikawa listened more closely. It came again, then again. Kinda sounded like sobbing. Does crying sound moist? Weak, moist sobbing. Mr. Toyama, are you crying? There was another soft sob, and then another. What's going on? Where are you? Minorikawa asked. At the office, Toyama managed. He let out another mewling whimper. What's the matter? It's nothing. Well, it's gotta be something. Come on, what is it? Toyama gave no reply. Mr. Toyama, are you still there? Silence. What is it? What happened? Look, doesn't tell me anything. What the hell's going on? Toyama squeaked out a drawn-out whine. Okay, I'm sick of this. I'm hanging up now. Minorikawa was about to break the connection when he heard Toyama murmur. The only thing I can do now is die. No! The taxi lurched to a sudden stop as the driver slammed on the brakes. Oh no! Minorikawa pitched forward, his face smacking against the back of the seat in front of him. Kimizuka stuck his head out the window. Careful, buddy, he shouted at someone the street ahead. You're gonna get yourself killed. Ah! Minorikawa blinked at the stars from his eyes and saw a man moving alongside the cab. The guy grabbed onto the handle of the back door. Please, I need you to let me have this cab. No way, Minorikawa snapped. Just who did this guy think he was? Please, I'm begging you here. Look, I'm in a hurry, pal. Get your own cab. I know how ridiculous this must sound, but please. Please, this is really urgent. Urgent? Yes, it's a matter of life or death. Please. This guy did look pretty desperate. Look, I'm sorry, I'm dealing with something urgent here too. Then, let me ride with you. I'll pay for the whole fare. My entire future's on the line here. This guy sure was persistent. Maybe he was telling the truth, but Minorikawa had problems of his own. Sorry, buddy. It's life or death on my end too. Gotta look after me and mine. Right. Sorry to trouble you. Finally, the guy gave up and shuffled away. Guess it couldn't have been that much of a life-ending crisis after all. Minorikawa checked his wristwatch. Damn it. That just cost us 5 minutes. I'll try and make it up, sir, the driver called back. The taxi lurched into motion, the engine quickly revving up to speed. Once inside the building, he avoided the elevator in favor of rushing up the stairs. Heaven Publishing rented out the 3rd and 4th floors. In all likelihood, Toyama would be at the editing department of 4-Star General Gossip on the 4th floor. When he got there, however, the door was locked. Mr. Toyama! Hey, Mr. Toyama! He shouted and banged, but there was no reply. Something was seriously wrong. Minorikawa took a deep breath and then kicked the door in. Whoa. The sight as he stepped into the office filled him with horror. Oh no. Don't be dead. No, 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 no. Minorikawa clutched the sides of his head. I'm too late. Aww. Oh no. If only I'd gotten here a little sooner. Bad end. Oh no, I don't want to end it like that. I don't want to end the stream like that. It's 5 minutes. Minorikawa rushed to Heaven Publishing as fast as he could, but he didn't get there in time to save Toyama. And sad to say, it was really all Kano's fault. Why does Kano want a taxi so badly? Check his 1110 timestamp, and the situation might become clearer. Damn. Alright. Oh, I didn't want to end on that. That's sad. But I'm tired and need to go to bed. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be here yawning all night. Alright. Let us have a raid. We'll probably run into more bad endings before we start making progress. That's true. That's true. Alright. Let's find someone to raid. Thanks for stream. Thank you for coming, everyone. Really appreciate it. Thank you for stream, Taxi. Thanks for stream. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Who are we raiding? Who are we raiding? Anyone got any friends online? Friends. Imagine. What is she doing today? Want an ad? She's another Sydney-based idol. They're kind of a bit big, like they have 160 people watching them. Yeah, it's a bit big for me to raid into, I think. Ooh, okay. We have Kitsu playing Outlast. If you guys like horror games. Baka playing Resident Evil 7. Trying to stay away from Resident Evil 7 because Bumfluff plans to stream it soon, so I don't want spoilers. It's very intimidating raiding large channels for people who don't know, who aren't playing a similar game either. Yeah, that's what I mean, is like, Himichin, like it says she's singing and it's like, it's kind of completely unrelated to what I'm doing and it's a big stream, so it's just kind of like, it feels out of context, like out of context to raid her, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, it's a bit intimidating. I get a bit scared of big streams. Playing Danganronpa. I was gonna raid Kitsu. Looks like they're doing a charity event as well. They're at, whoa, 1,500 out of 2,000 goal. Yeah, let's raid Kitsu. They're also playing Outlast, which Bumfluff has played before, so it's no spoilers for me because I have seen it before. Didn't know Bum was going to play Resident Evil 7 soon. I don't know when, but I think he picked it up not long ago. Maybe Bumfluff has better info on when that will happen. Maybe over, don't know, after Last of Us, but was considering. Yeah, you were considering it soon. Definitely upcoming. Cover my eyes because jump scares. Yeah, Last of Us is pretty scary. Sorry, not Outlast is pretty scary. Last of Us is your modern game slot. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, we'll raid Kitsu. Everyone copy in taxi raid beep beep. Everyone say hello. Yeah, looks like they're doing a charity stream, so that'd be cool. Alright. I'll see you guys on Monday. I'm going to be playing Drakengard. Oh, Weeby! Hello! How are you? Sorry if I missed you come in. Oh, I did. Yes, hello. How are you liking it so far? It's very good. I'm liking it. It's very intriguing. Definitely an interesting game. Thank you for the suggestion. We'll be back with this on Friday. And on Monday, we're starting Drakengard. Yeah. Okay, bye everyone. Good night.